10-3. Buddy Carlisle got the win, the first in his career. He would only have 12 more of those over 9 years in the majors. Both the Padres and the Expos finished in second last place in their respective divisions that season. San Diego 26 games back of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Montreal a whopping 35 games back of the Atlanta Braves. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 86, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank.
This is the NBA on Sirius XM.
Full steam out of the backcourt, all the way to the rim for a thunderous slam.
Every game, all season long, through the NBA Finals.
Drives, he jump stops, he's off balance, he put it up and in. I don't know how.
Your home for hoops is Sirius XM Radio. Now, let's take you courtside for the game.
Raptors game night live from Scotiabank Arena. Let's go courtside. Josh Lewenberg is here. Josh, I meant to ask you earlier about A.J. Lawson, new signing by the Raptors, local kid. How does he fit in?
Yeah, well, first of all, a very cool story. I just had a chance to meet him, to talk to him for 5 minutes, and I don't think he stopped smiling the entire conversation. This is a dream come true for him. He told me that he didn't attend a lot of games here as a kid. His family just couldn't afford it, but he remembers watching a couple of them growing up, and just more than anything else, being a Raptors fan growing up. He's also really close friends with R.J. Barrett, so he said that this whole experience has been surreal for him. I can only imagine what it's going to feel like when he does get on the court for the first time. Now, to your question, Jim, I don't know when that's going to be. This was more of a depth signing for the Raptors. Their previous two-way player, DJ Carton, an intriguing guard that the Raptors liked, but somebody that has battled injuries over the last couple of years and just wasn't healthy right now. So this gives them another body, of course, with the Raptors undermanned, a little bit more depth at that forward position. I think he's going to end up playing more of a role for the 905 down the line than he will for the Raptors, but just another guy that can step in and play rotation minutes for Darko Rajakovic if they need. And with Jamison Battle out tonight, they could turn to Lawson. And again, when that moment comes, I'm sure he's got family and friends in the arena too waiting for it. It's going to be a really cool moment for him and his family.
Josh, we'll talk to you again at halftime. Coach's comments brought to you by Honda. Score a $1,500 Honda bonus in the CRV LX. Conditions apply. Visit HondaOntario.com. Here's Coach Darko and A.J. Lawson joining the team.
Very excited to have him with our team. I had a chance to talk to him this morning as well. He's very, very excited. Obviously, this is a dream coming through for him to be playing for the Raptors. And RJ pulled me aside right away. He says, "I know him since the third grade." So obviously there is a lot of connection there. Very excited to learn more about his game, and to help him out on his path.
Warren, what do you think of that? I think it's a good signing, right?
Absolutely. Big fan of his game. I've seen him play now at the 905 when he played on a different team. But now that he's here with the 905, I mean, he had 34 in his first night. But what intrigues me the most about him is his ability to get out and run in transition. He has I call them gazelle-like strides, because once he gets going, very hard to stop in transition. He scores effortlessly. I think decision-making is going to be the next big jump for him, how he can score on the in-between, so between threes and layups, because attacking the rim is very, very good. I think he'll play for Toronto.
Countdown to tip-off is next. This is Raptors Game Night on TSN 1050.
This Bell Media station believes in being accountable to you, the listener, which is why we participate in the Canadian Broadcast Standards Council. We're committed to upholding the highest standards of broadcast excellence and adhering to the codes of conduct administered by the CBSC. If you have a concern about something you heard on our station, contact us or the CBSC at P.O. Box 3265 Station D, Ottawa, Ontario, K1P 6H8, or visit the CBSC's website, cbsc.ca. That's cbsc.ca.
Hey, this is David from Whitby. I really don't want another pair of socks this year, so if anyone in my family hears this, what I really want is a Thermea Spa Village gift certificate. And if all of my loved ones hear this and I end up with 3 or 4 Thermea gift certificates, even better.
What's up, Raptors fans and Bulls fans?
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's always awesome when Chicago and Toronto get together. Right now is the time. Please hit that like button down below as well. Please share this link out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. If you guys hit that like button and share this out, more basketball fans are going to come hang out with us here to cheer on our Raptors so we can get the win over the Bulls. I need the bragging rights here. I got some Chicago friends that I need our Raps to get it done tonight. Go Raptors, go. We'll see you back in there.
In the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-656-7129. That's 1-800-656-7129. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-656-7129. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-656-7129. Ontario license number 4705786.
This ad isn't funny or overly clever. There's no jingle, witty banter, or talk of some sort of clearance sale. Because like heart disease and stroke, which claim a life every 5 minutes, this message is deadly serious. At Heart and Stroke, we're funding and discovering medical breakthroughs to keep you and your loved ones alive. But we need all the help we can get. Go to heartandstroke.ca today. And together, we'll beat heart disease, beat stroke, and beat as one.
Not sure what to get the young people on your list? The latest phone, sneakers, video games? Get the one thing they need now more than ever. Give their feelings a place to go. When you donate to Kids Help Phone, you're giving the young people in your life and across the country access to free 24/7 judgment-free support. Because at the end of the day, it's their thoughts that count. Donate at kidshelpphone.ca. And together, we can give their feelings a place to go.
Busy days and long to-do lists? Don't forget about your eyes. Pearl Vision has stylish frames from brands like Vogue, Michael Kors, and more. Visit pearlvision.ca to arrange your eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Pearl Vision direct bills most insurances. Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. Ends December 31st, 24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision.
This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And back home tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Welcome to Tangerine Raptors basketball. Jim Taddy with you. Warren Ward and Josh Lewinberg will return at halftime. Let's go courtside to Paul Jones and Javon Shepard. And Jonesy, the Raptors haven't played since last Thursday night in a loss in Miami. And Chicago won on Friday night over Charlotte at home. So they're both well rested. Should be entertaining.
Yeah, they won at home and helped Charlotte. Between them and Charlotte combined for the most missed three-point shots in a game. So bombs away tonight, Jim. Like a guy like Warren and Javon, they're ready to get out there and say, hey, if there's threes going up and it doesn't matter what happens, give me some too. And I'm right with it. The Bulls starting lineup just introduced: Ayo Dosunmu, Patrick Williams, Nick Vucevic, Kobe White, and Josh Giddey. Illinois, Florida State, USC, North Carolina, and an Aussie in Josh Giddey starting for the Bulls. Head coach Billy Donovan, University of Florida, 2 national championships, and at one time tried to recruit Javon Shepard. I don't know if that would have given him 3 national championships or none, but you guys had a nice chat before the game.
Yeah, Billy D is a great person, man. Amazing coach, always insightful, but he treats people like humans.
Yes.
Right? You could be setting up the gym or you could be a max player in this league, but he's going to treat you just the same. And Billy D's been the same since he recruited me way back when, and I'm not going to age myself until...
Oh, come on. If you can't date yourself, who can you date?
But a great guy.
Yeah.
Great to catch up with him as well.
Yeah, and talking to him, he was a player for Rick Pitino, and I still employ a lot of those fundamentals when I'm teaching kids, and we had a great talk about it on the way out as well. Raptors getting set to be introduced to this Monday night crowd here at Scotiabank Arena. Herbie Kuhn teeing it up, and Mark Strong, Strizzy on the floor to bring out the Raptors.
Here's the city, where in number one. You know the name. Give it up for Grady Dead. And we the North, born and bred, bringing the saga to the 6th. It's time for number 9, R.J. Barrett. Head coach, the Toronto Raptors, it's Darko Rajakovic.
All right, there are your Toronto Raptors, and tonight's starting lineup is driven by Subaru. Enjoy winter to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer to book a test drive today. First day of winter, what are we, 16th, a week Sunday, or coming up Sunday is the first official day of winter. And you know what that means, Javon? For us golfers, every day after that, we get more light as we build towards springtime, my favorite time of the year. Golf season, the Masters, the NBA playoffs, it's getting warm, hockey playoffs, baseball's just starting. The only thing missing is football, but I'm okay with that.
Well, I'll tell you this, I'm going to need a set of clubs, so we're going to have to figure that out this spring.
Don't
get to this spring. So
I'll have to get you enough so you can win some of Taddy's money. Don't let him take you, because he'll get you some hooks from the Bugs Bunny days. Like we need some good ones. I'm still working on Warren too, around his golf game. We've been threatening. I think it's time for the Jim Taddy Open next spring when the weather gets good. Taddy the host, hello friends, Warren, Javon, Owen, Cardadero, Lipa, Moore. Maybe we can get the president, J-Mac, out. Like I see the first annual.
I'm gonna work on J-Mac. I think we can get this done.
Yeah, I see
J-Mac.
The first, actually, if you want to get it done, work on Stephanie. She'll get it done.
All right.
She'll get it done.
We'll get a job
The first annual Jim Taddy Open. And the trophy will be a $. Raptors looking to make some money tonight and get in the left-hand column. They're wearing the red, and they will move right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. The Bulls in the classic black. Officials, Mark Lindsay, 29, Jenna Schroeder, number 20, and Suyash Mehta wearing number 82. Raptors win the tip and come front court. Barrett to Pirtle in the lane, lays it up and in. That's the way it starts for Toronto.
Big time ball screen. Great job, RJ, getting to his left. A good screen, a good roll by Pirtle, but it was Grady Dick on the weak side, occupying out of the sumo so that he couldn't really tag.
Chicago back. Giddy into the lane. Tries to find Vucevic, knocked away by Toronto. Here comes Grady, front court to Pirtle in the lane. Yock catches, spins, lays it in, 4-0 Toronto.
And Grady keeps that dribble alive as Pirtle's running to the basket, has Kobe White on him. And a good job, high IQ play by Grady Dick.
Patrick Williams, 3 up top, no good. Standing rebound to Mobo. Off to Barrett, up the left side, near wing. Works to the middle against Giddy. Drives, spins, jumper in the air, no good. Rebound to Sumo.
Good pace of this game to start.
Raptors on defense. DeSumo into the lane, lay it up and in. He is tough. I liked him as a youngster, and that kid plays hard. 4-2 Toronto. Just underway, first quarter, 10:45 remaining. Barrett up top. Has to fight Patrick Williams for the errant loose ball and runs it down. Barrett into the lane, spins, floats it up and in, and is fouled. Send him to the line for one more. RJ Christmas shopping, and he's got more to buy.
And Patrick Williams did a good job of making it difficult. RJ just really recovered a loose ball. Went down there, had Kobe White matched up on him, and tried to force him to that right hand, but he's so strong, keeps the dribble alive, which he's gotten much better at. And as he spins, now it's just him in the basket, right? Doesn't really see Kobe in front of him. And a tough finish. I don't know how he makes it, but makes it. Gets himself the third one at the strike.
3-point play the old-time way for R.J. Barrett. 7-2 Toronto. Giddy to Vucevic up top. Vuce drives on Grady, gets into the lane and lays it in.
Yeah, the cross match there, and Vuce recognized right away to Grady and said, okay, you're only in your second year. You got to get some weight up.
Baji to Pirtle, near elbow, left side to Barrett, coming off the screen, re-screen from Pirtle. Cross court, Abaji, catch and shoot, 3, ribs out. knocked away. Here comes Giddy, one-on-one with Brady. And man, that was a collision that reminiscent of a football game, and Giddy's going to go to the line for two. He was coming downhill at Grady full speed.
No easy baskets, right?
No, I don't. That's okay. You can take your two at the line. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. 7-4 Raptors, 10:02 to go. The Aussie, Josh Giddey, knocks down the first free throw.
69% from the free throw line, right? Not at his size. You know, he's going to get himself to the line, especially playing against a lot of smaller guards. You want to see that number. If you're Giddey, you want to see that number inch up above the 75% mark.
Makes two. 7-6 Raptor lead. Front court in the red from right to left, heading to Bay Street. Barrett up top between the rings to a cutting Grady Dick. Catches, lays it up in one motion. Didn't get it. Back comes Kobe White. Dosumu far side into the lane. They swing it. White up top, all the way around the horn. Vooch in the lane. The floater up, no good. Good ball movement, no finish. Here comes Barrett up the far side, right wing. 9:35 first quarter. 7-6 Toronto. Bobo to Abaji between the rings. Works left, near side. Pull up, 16-footer is good.
That's a good shot, and I know analytics don't like a mid-range shot, but Abaji comes off to that left hand. There's no defense in front of him. He pops right up into it.
Forget the analytics. I'll take the two. Patrick Williams drives in the lane. Reverse layup, no good, but Vucevic there to lay it back up and in. 9-8 Toronto. 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Barrett into the lane. Comes out the other side. Reverse layup, no good. Pirtle has it slapped away. Might have been fouled, no call. It'll be Toronto ball near side left baseline as they will inbound adjacent to the Chicago bench. Barrett to do the honors. Finds Bobo inside. On Giddey. Bobo kicks it out. Abaji corner three, no good. Rebound Patrick Williams. Up the near side, right wing, Chicago looking for the lead. Williams drives, kicks to Kobe White. His three is good. Chicago up 11-9.
They're going to get the basketball off the floor so fast. Two of the best fast break teams in the league. Williams gets up with about 20 seconds into the paint and kicks out. Kobe White's getting that shot with 18 on the clock.
Pirtle to Barrett, who zigged when Pirtle thought he was going to zag, turn it over. Back comes Chicago. Williams, drive, Abaji stands him up. Williams, determined, head down into the lane, lays it in, left hand. Darko wants a timeout as Chicago has run off 5 straight and lead 13-9.
Patrick Williams, he's such a force, right? Gets into the paint, makes a great play in transition. Now the second one here, just bigger and stronger, more physical than Ochai taking advantage.
Let's take a break. 8:16 first quarter. 13-9 Chicago. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Ho, ho, holy moly.
Santa, welcome to Indigo.
Heather, Indigo's chief book lover, just who I was looking for. I need a perfect book for the book clubbers on my list. Thoughts?
My book club loved Like Mother, It's a rich, delicious to read family saga that will keep everyone talking for hours.
Well, I'm ho-ho happy I ran into you.
Who's next on your list, Santa?
Buy for, and the best bargains.
I shop local.
Who's nearby?
It's hectic, but it's fun.
And what their hours are.
I try not to leave it till the last minute.
Daily reminders.
But Christmas Eve, I'm always shopping for someone.
Last minute ideas.
I listen to the radio even more this time.
What's up, basketball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Chicago Bulls, visiting our Toronto Raptors. Thanks for hanging out with us, we the North and Chicago fans. We're doing something special tonight. Cap from The Recap is here. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying your show with our guy, TSI Mike. And as soon as you're done with your stream there, we're going to send you right to The Recap Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey in Chicago. Take that.
Dude, Guff is the man. You guys make sure to hit the like button over there once we send you over after post game. And if not, you're just a Chicago sports fan, go over and hit that subscribe button and check out the awesome content over on David Kaplan's The Recap. Take that. We'll see you back in the chat.
Jones, Javon Shepherd, Josh Lippa courtside. 8:16 to go, first quarter, 13-9. Raptors trailing the Chicago Bulls. Warren Ward, Jim Taddy up top alongside Cameron Moore. Taddy giving the Queen wave, although he is the king. And back at Raptor Central, Matt Cardadero alongside Poobah and head producer Owen Hall.
That team.
Good start, Javon, but Chicago's done a nice job of pushing the pace and outscoring Toronto fast break points.
And
5-2.
That's who Chicago is, right? And already 5 fast break points for them, and you can tell they do a good job of just pushing basketball up the floor, getting early looks, trying to get 2-3 good looks, threes at that on a possession.
Out of the timeout, the Raptors come out and get the jam from Ochai Agbaji. Lonzo Ball into the ball game. Catch and shoot 3-ball, no good.
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight.
21 seconds on the clock.
And a guy who's just off the bench. No juice, no lather yet. But such is the game and the way it's played these days. Pirtle up top, Raptors down 13-11. Mobo out near center on Giddey. Shot clock at 5. Mobo into the lane, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Patrick Williams. Vucevic, front court to ball. Lonzo far side, wearing the number 2 in black. Chicago coming left to right. Dosunmu into the lane. Kicks to Lonzo Ball. Corner 3, no good. Rebound Grady. Off to RJ on the run. RJ drive, lay it up and in with the right hand. We're tied at 13.
Ball tries to cut off RJ, but if you don't make that contact and really cut off his space, his lane, he's going to get to whatever hand he wants to.
Dosunmu fires a 3, no good. Mobo hit ahead. Grady, corner 3, no good. Rebound Giddey. Runs it up the middle of the court. Now gets it to Vucevic. To Lonzo Ball on the bounce. Top of the key, and they've got the foul called on Grady. On the screen roll sequence, he was grabbing Lonzo Ball.
And I know he's come out there, Ball's come out there, and he shot his first 2 threes right off of the bench, cold. But Jonesy, I will say it is good to see him out there. Right, he's missed essentially the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Right, so just for me, I always know that's frustrating for guys when you're dealing with nagging injuries that just won't recover, won't heal. And from right now, just seeing him out there, just you get back the joy, the love of playing, right? Sometimes when guys are off and they're injured, you start to question the game.
Vooch, 3 up top. Vucevic steps out, knocks down a triple. 16-13 Chicago. The Bulls not shy. 2 of 6 from distance.
Neither is Vooch, shooting 47% from the 3 on the season.
Agbaji to Barrett, running start near side, gets to the lane, lays it up, no good, but the foul on Giddey. Classic example of playing off the catch. RJ had like a cartoon character, had the feet revved and moving, ready to go on the catch.
It's the best way to play, right? Because when you think when the ball is on the strong side, the defense is naturally shifted over towards the basketball, right? The help side, the on-ball defender, and you can see the kick there, and RJ has that running start, 1-2 steps as the defense is trying to recover. And a guy like that that's so good with angles and so strong, it's really hard to recover when you're already on way to the basket.
Subs into the ball game. Patrick Williams sits down. The youngster, Montas Buzelis, checks in. 6'9" rookie, the G League Ignite. 11th pick overall last year. Barrett on the line. Second free throw goes down. 16-15 Chicago. Lonzo Ball, catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Hit ahead to Boucher. Dribble to Jacoby Walter. Takes the handoff into the corner. Now gets it to Barrett. RJ in the lane on Giddey. Lays it up, no good. Didn't get the foul call. Here comes Taylor Horton-Tucker on the drive into the lane, lays it up and in.
That's a big boy.
He looks like one of those guys at the LA Fitness run, man. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you look at this guy, you go, nah. And then he runs by you like that, and you go, oh, damn.
That's 6'4", 257. Just so you're aware.
Just so you're aware. That's a tight end right there. That's a tight end. Boucher, corner three, missed, no good. Here comes Chicago with an 18-15 lead. Vucevic to Lonzo Ball up top. Pick and roll. Vuce, catch and shoot short. Long rebound. Pirtle has it. Front court, here comes Pirtle. On the drive into the lane, Yock floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Chicago. 5-16 first quarter, 18-15 Bulls. Chicago in the black, moving left to right. Giddey, top of the lane, into the lane. Slow step, deceleration, floated up and in. Chicago by 5, biggest lead of the game. 20-15 Bulls. Pirtle straddling the three-point line on the lob over the top to Boucher. The shot blocked from behind by Giddey. Here comes Buzelis on the run into Pirtle. Jakob says no, not tonight, blocks the shot. Chicago gets it back. Horton-Tucker with an LA Fitness corner three, knocks it down. Listen, I joke, but I've always liked his game. He takes the foul there on a driving Abaji. He was good in LA. He was good with Utah. He's one of those guys that just seems to find a place around the league. Giovanni knows how to play. Yeah.
Just play. One of those guys that doesn't need the basketball to be effective, to impact the game, and you can put him out there with anybody, and he's going to fit the style of play, right? That on that last possession there, cross-court pass, and Horton-Tucker does a good job screening in, and he shot ready, just knocking it down.
4:31 first quarter. 23-15 Chicago by 7. Jalen Smith into the ball game for Chicago. Abaji on the line, first free throw, no good. Second one in the air from Ochai, rolls around and settles in the mesh. 23-16, Toronto down 7. Lonzo Ball, front court, on the bounce against Abaji. Kick to Smith, Jalen Smith, 3 up top, got it. Jalen Smith looks like a guy in your science class, doesn't he? Got the black rim goggles on, knocking it down.
He can move though, don't get it twisted.
Nope. Davion Mitchell to Abaji into the corner. Jacoby Walter, drive, shot fake. Kicks it to Olynyk. Kelly, catch and shoot, no good. Long rebound, Walter. Jacoby into the lane, kick it out. Davion Mitchell, 3 is down the bottom of the well.
Good job with the kick up by Jacoby Walter. Davion Mitchell just ready at that 45, just teeing it up.
First one of the game for Toronto. Kobe White back, deep 3, no good. Rebound, Boucher. 3:40 first quarter, 26-19 Bulls. Mitchell to Boucher. To Abaji, catch and shoot, 3, no good. Far side, rebound, Horton-Tucker. The pace quickens. Buzelis behind the defense, jams it down.
And that's what you're talking about, little things, right? How fast did he run the floor? He was the first one up the floor, gets ahead of the defense, gets a lob pass, essentially, comes down with it, and makes a safe finish. The safe finish, Jonesy.
3:24 first quarter, let's take a break. Chicago with its biggest lead, well, not quite. It was 10, it's now 9, 28-19. 3:24 first quarter, listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate.
Alpine credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
TSN Plus is taking game day to a whole new level with NFL Red Zone.
Absolutely incredible!
Subscribe now for every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon. NFL Red Zone, available on TSN Plus.
How fast can you fill your Sephora basket?
Okay, I have a Laneige gift set for my mom, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez for my bestie, Kylie for the dog walker, and a little something for me.
Wow, that was fast. I'm impressed.
Now, how quickly can I get these delivered?
Today, with Sephora's free same-day delivery.
You've got this gifting thing in the bag.
What can I say? Every holiday season.
Beauty insiders get gifts delivered in a flash with free same-day delivery. Only at Sephora. Offer ends December 24th. Exclusions and terms apply. One-time use only. Available in most markets.
'Tis the season for low prices at Walmart. Find holiday favorites like a utility frozen turkey for only $1.58 per pound in select stores, or Cook's bone-in portion ham for only $1.67 per pound. Walmart. Save money. Live better.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Back in Toronto, 3:24, first quarter. Chicago 4 of 10 from distance. Almost half their shots have been from three-point range. They've got 10 up of their 21 field goals. Toronto a little more conservative. 6 of their 20 have been from behind the arc, but they've only hit one. Hence the Bulls with the lead, 28-19. 3:24 first quarter. Raptors in the red. Jacoby Walter, Garrett Temple, Davion Mitchell, Chris Boucher, and Kelly Olynyk as they come right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Olynyk to Mitchell. Davion into the lane, finds Olynyk. Kelly floats it up and in. Raptors cut the lead to 28-21.
Ran the play coming out of timeout to get Chris Boucher a lob. Got a switch, and Kelly took advantage of it for the two.
Raptors make a steal.
What's up, basketball?
Bring it front court. Olynyk on the bounce to Jacoby Walter. Stutters into the lane, lays it up and in. Jacoby cuts the lead to 28-23. And to me, you got 2 layups there, Javon, rather than hoisting a couple of bad threes.
Good basketball. Kobe White gets caught on a screen. Jacoby Walter recognizes it and continues his path to the basket. And that leads to an easy 2.
White to Dosunmu. 3 near side, no good. Long rebound, Mitchell. Kelly Olynyk drives, kicks it into the corner to Mitchell as they cut Kelly off. Jacoby Walter drives, gets the step, floats it up and in. Oh no, they're going to call him on a walk. Mark Lindsay looking like one of the Temptations, wheeling his fist saying we're going the other way.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to get away with it, but I did say he looked like he shuffled it. I just like the aggression. I like the attack mode that he's in right now, right? He's seen Kobe White in front of him 2 possessions now, and right away he's gone to the basket, didn't even recognize or acknowledge that he's supposed to be there playing some defense.
28-23 Chicago, 2:05 first quarter. Bulls in the black coming left to right. Kobe White on the dribble weave out top. Garrett Temple says no, sir. White, tough fall away, no good. Rebound, Boucher. On the run, Chris brings it front court. Gets it to Olynyk. Kelly on the bounce against Jacoby White, and White pushes him to the ground. Kelly was out top and took a couple dribbles, all of a sudden got to lane, said, I got a small fry?
Yeah, you know what, the funny thing is, that's 3 possessions now in a row that they've attacked Kobe White.
The pigeon.
If Kelly has the basketball on the perimeter, Kobe White shouldn't be allowing Kelly to put the basketball on the floor, right? But a good job by Kelly trying to get to a comfortable spot.
1:48 first quarter. Raptors down 28-23, but they own the orange in the front court. Mitchell to Olynyk in the lane. Tough pass knocked away. Here comes Chicago. Dosunmu lays it up, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Walter. Quick hit ahead to Olynyk. On the lob to Boucher. No good on the alley-oop dunk. Back comes Chicago. Chris still down on the ground behind the play. Horton Tucker drives. They swing it. White, 3, good. As Boucher gets back to center and says to Jenna Schroeder, how is that not a foul? 31-23, Bulls by 8. Jacoby Walter near side on the bounce. Down to the baseline, kick it out top to Olynyk. Kelly on Horton Tucker. Gets it to Garrett Temple. Shot clock at 4. GT gotta go. Horton Tucker reaches in, knocks it away. Dosunmu to Kobe White. Fires a 3 far side, no good. Rebound Olynyk. 45 seconds, first quarter, Chicago by 8, 31-23. Mitchell on the logo at center, leans over with a right-hand dribble, directing traffic with the left. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell, drive, kick out. Temple, catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound, out of bounds to Chicago. Here come the Bulls, front court. Shot clock, game clock, about 3 seconds apart. Horton Tucker on the bounce up top against Garrett Temple. Directing traffic, works near side, down to the baseline, turns the corner, reverse layup is good.
Chris Boucher tried to switch out there, and Horton Tucker absorbed the contact and just turned the corner again to the basket. Chris was trying to make sure he took away the 3.
Walter 3 with the shot clock expiring, no good, but the rebound back up and in by Boucher.
Effort plays, right? The last man down the court and comes up with the offensive rebound. The Raptors going to the second quarter right now. If Chicago's going to be playing at this pace, right, you've got to really control the three-point line. Right now, Toronto's being outscored by 12 points from that three-point line, and that's what Chicago's going to continue to go out there and do. Up and down, shoot the 3.
One lap in the book. 33-25, 8-point Chicago lead. Second quarter when we come back. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you, with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest nonprofit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call.
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors and the Bulls. It's time for you to hit that subscribe button and help us on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We're almost at 65,000. Thank you guys that are new for hitting that subscribe button, and everybody else that's already been an insider and a subscriber here on TSI. Cheers. Go Raptors, go. We'll see you back in the chat.
It's what makes Scarborough, Scarborough.
In our hospitals, we do more than anyone thought possible, with less than anyone could imagine.
But it's time to imagine what we can do with more.
Join Scarborough Health Network, and together,
we can turn grit into greatness.
Donate at lovescarborough.ca.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last. Second quarter about to start. Second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. Raptors trailing the Bulls 33-25. And this, Javon, as you said, a tale of the three-point line right now. And Chicago is hoisting them up. There was a great piece on a national radio station today in the U.S. with Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas talking about the game. And I know, Javon, you and Warren can relate. There are some shots that go up these days. If you'd have taken those, never mind bench for the game,
I'll still be sitting.
You'd be on the bench for a week and maybe kicked out of practice just for thinking about it. But right now, you're allowed. The sumo in the lane floats it up, no good.
I would love to play in it.
Me too.
Right, because every player has the ultimate green light.
Hey, man. Barrett drive, floated up, no good, but fouled. Somewhere at York University and in a Canadian national team coach's desk, there are applications for shots from Paul Jones stamped no, denied, no access granted. And to come down now and fire it up, be 2 for 9 from the three-point line and expect to take the next one?
Listen, I still got a couple things to take up with John Beeline at Michigan, Tommy Amaker at Michigan, a couple of my coaches overseas, Leo Routens, our TSN colleague who coached me with the national team, and also Mike Malone, who had some time with the national team as well. We got to circle back and start talking about some things, fellas.
All I can say is the guy that I played with got drafted by the Pistons, so it was okay to pass to him. Up top, Chicago ball. Kobe White on the bounce. Gets into the lane and turns it over. Here come the Raptors down 33-27. Moving right to left in the red. Davion Mitchell drive, kick it out. Barrett, three in the air, no good. Rebound Jalen Smith. Outlet Horton Tucker. Into the lane, THT lays it up, no good. Rebound Pirtle. Here comes Toronto, front court. Barrett to the lane and jams it down. Timeout Billy Donovan. RJ's got 11. And the Raptors cut it to 4 at 33-25-29. 4 straight for the Raptors to start the quarter.
And think about this. RJ's such a sponge, right? He has a big-time dunk right now, splits 2 defenders, and the first thing he does is run back to Coach Darko and talk about what happened on the defensive side of the floor and his positioning, right? That's impressive. That's being a player.
Let's take a break. 10:48 first half. Chicago 33, Toronto 29. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Winners and HomeSense bring you Save the Holidays, a race to slay the season. Drama, romance, deals. A story that shows it's never too late to enjoy 5-star savings on new gifts arriving daily. Christmas is coming and time is running out. Save your holiday with Winners and HomeSense.
What's up, basketball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Chicago Bulls visiting our Toronto Raptors. Thanks for hanging out with us, we the North and Chicago fans. We're doing something special tonight. Cap from The Recap is here. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying your show with our guy, TSI Mike. And as soon as you're done with your stream there, we're going to send you right to The Recap Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey in Chicago. Take that.
Dude, Guff is the man. You guys make sure to hit the like button over there once we send you over after post-game. And if not, if you're just a Chicago sports fan, go over and hit that subscribe button and check out the awesome content over on David Kaplan's The Recap. Take that. We'll see you back in the chat.
Exclusions and terms apply. One-time use only. Available in most markets.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Goodness for our producer, Owen Hall. That's all I can say.
Somebody can get my broadcast partner out of here, man.
33-29. Raptors trail by 4, 10:48 to go. First half, Toronto trying to push the shooting percentage up while drag Chicago's down. As the Bulls come left to right in the black with the ball in the lead. Dosumu, Julian Phillips, Jalen Smith, Kobe White, and Josh Giddey. Giddey, 3-ball, far side, left wing is good. 36-29, Chicago by 7.
That's not typically Giddey's game. Only shoots 32% from that three-point line.
Bulls in the zone, Javon. Jacoby Walter to Mitchell. Gets it to Barrett. Now to Pirtle. Drive, floated up, no good. Rebound, Giddey. Chicago gets a stop in the zone. Jalen Smith back. Gets it to Giddey up top. Kicks it near side to White. Back up top to Giddey. 3-ball over Pirtle. No good. Rebound Mobo.
That's not the shot Chicago was looking for. Giddey had to match up with Pirtle. Should have went one-on-one. They're trying to clear out the side for him.
Didn't attack. Pirtle in the lane. Floats it up and in.
That's an attack, right? And a great pass. Putting enough air on it.
And then the Raptors don't get back, and Julian Phillips gets a breakaway dunk. 38-31 Chicago. 7-point Bulls lead as we go inside 10 minutes, first half. Pirtle to Barrett, far side. Now left hand to the middle. Barrett drives, knocked away. Chicago with the steal. Here comes Giddey. On the run to Phillips in the lane, jams it down. Julian Phillips gives Chicago a 9-point lead, and Darko wants to talk. Timeout, Toronto.
He wants to talk about the transition defense. That's 2 transition dunks for Chicago with 20 seconds on the clock, right? You know that they're going to get up and down. You got to stop the ball, got to get back and build a wall and fan out.
9-11. Maybe it is emergency time for Toronto. They trail by 9. First half action when we come back. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call 1-800-353-6013. That's 1-800-353-6013. Again, 1-800-353-6013.
Now at your go-to Metro, get holiday crowd pleasers like a Red Grill prime rib roast for just $8.88 per pound, or a frozen butterball turkey for $1.98 per pound. Only until December 18th. All at your local Metro or online at metro.ca.
I'ma go harder than most. TSN and TSN Plus are your home for the National Lacrosse League on NLL Friday nights. And get even more action on TSN Plus with every game all season long. What a play!
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
9-11, first half. Chicago 40, Toronto 31. You'll hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewinberg at halftime. Cameron Moore up in the booth, keeping them on the straight and narrow up top back at Raptors Central. Matt Cardadero, our producer, Owen Hall. And here in the second row courtside, one of the privileges we enjoy. There's only 3 arenas around the league where the radio teams sit courtside. Toronto, Chicago, and Detroit. That's it, folks. When I started 30 years ago, you had a front row seat every night, but not anymore. But we are grateful. Here in the second row, Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, and Josh Lippa. Raptor ball front court coming right to left in the red uniforms. Bulls still in the zone. Barrett to Jacoby Walter. Up top to Barrett. Into the nail. They kick it out. Pirtle to Grady. His 3, no good. A good look. Back comes Chicago. Dosumu downhill. Kicks it into the corner. Giddey can't handle it. And they're going to call Mobile for a push. Even though Giddey was off balance, falling out of bounds, Mobile looks at referee Mark Lindsay and says, "You're joking, right?" That's a weak call. Lonzo Ball underneath for Julian Phillips. Knocked away, out of bounds. Toronto ball.
Ball don't lie. Playground rules. It doesn't change. It applies at every level.
That's right. Grady Dick up top. 8:35 first half. Toronto down 9, 40-31. Jacoby Walter steps through the double. Finds Mobile underneath. Kicks it up top. Walter, shot clock at 5. Drives into the lane. Floats it up and in. Nice move by Jacoby Walter.
Tell Jacoby Walter right now, just trying to figure it out by himself.
Yep.
Doing a good job right now, keeping that basketball alive, that last possession, and just finding a tough 2.
Lonzo Ball 3, no good. Rebound. Pirtle knocks it away. Goes to R.J. Barrett. Front court. Here comes Barrett. And and they've got the illegal screen on Mobo as there was a curl, and the Chicago player, I guarantee you now, at any point anywhere in the league, if you just fly paper on a screen and then fall down, they're going to call it for an illegal screen. I just feel that way. So the Raptors trail by 7, and they will defend Chicago in the black, coming left to right. Vucevic up top, far side, left wing, above the arc. Gets it to Dosunmu. To Lonzo Ball straight away on Grady Dick between the rings. To Giddey, swing into the corner. Julian Phillips, 3, good. Quick 7 points for the Tennessee Volunteer. And Chicago's up 10, 43-33, biggest lead of the game. Here comes Grady. Off to Pirtle. Holding on the near elbow to Jacoby Walter. Drive, mid-range, elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Giddey. Front court, here comes Chicago. On the bounce. Vucevic gets it to Dosunmu. Up top, Lonzo Ball underneath, ball knocked away. Great hands by Toronto, and Abaji is fouled by Giddey. The defense very active there by Toronto. Like a DB, Javon, closing with the ball in the air, knock it away.
Well, we talked about Walter doing the job on the offensive end, but that was him that got his hand in there for the deflection to start the fast break on the other end.
Shooting only 22% from 3, and I notice smartly he's turned a few threes down and driven it to the goal to get the 2 and maybe some confidence. Barrett up top. On the drive, misdirection step into the lane, has it knocked away, out of bounds. It hits him on the way down. And it's out of bounds to Chicago.
A little bit too much traffic in the paint. You have to remember, if you're RJ, you're penetrating into the restricted area. Vooch is down there. Like he's planted there. He's not moving. He's not going out to the perimeter. So that paint's a little clogged.
Chicago with a quick hit ahead. Julian Phillips out of bounds on the far side, left wing. So turnover number 7 for Chicago. And here comes Toronto looking for a score. Barrett to Olynyk. Top of the lane, now gets it near side. Jacoby Walter to Abaji. To Olynyk stepping out, top of the lane. Shot clock at 4. KO drives, turnaround, jump hook, short. Rebound, Giddey. Chicago by 10, 6:20 to go, first half. Vooch on the drive, gets into the lane and jams it down. Here comes Jacoby Walter. Raptors down 12, biggest deficit of the game. Barrett up top. Kicks it into the corner. They swing it. Abaji back to Barrett. RJ on Giddey. Drive, spin, lay it up, and no good. Rebound comes back to him. RJ takes a 3 and knocks it in the bottom of the well.
Ball's going to find a score. Right, that ball rolled over, rolled out, and touched every part of the rim and bounced right back to RJ on the 3-point line.
45-36. Raptors down 9. Lonzo Ball, a bad-looking 3. Lonzo firing 3s tonight. He's 0 of 5. Raptors back in the lane, and Abaji is fouled.
Well, I'm happy to see Ball back, but to your point, he's just launching 3s, right? 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. And really, when he has the basketball, he doesn't look like he has much agility. He doesn't look like he has much explosiveness. Almost like he...
So here's my theory. For a guy that used to handle the ball and be a supreme playmaker, he doesn't have that anymore, so he's trying to reinvent himself.
Yeah, and I think the stretch is going to be tough for him, right? Because he starts to find his game and get comfortable with his game. But the handles that you talk about, just blowing by the defense, it's not there right now.
Grady Dick up top. Drive, lay it up and in, beats Lonzo Ball on the bounce. Toronto cuts it to 7. 5 straight for the Raptors, 45-38 Chicago. 5:10 clock running first half. Ball loses the ball on a turnover and then reaches behind to foul Kelly Olynyk. And the Raptors asking for a transition take foul. And they're saying no transition take. That was such a big deal last year, and it's like that foul has gone away. I can count on one hand the number of times I've seen it, Javon.
Especially early in the season last year. Do you remember how many of those we've seen?
Grady, 3, near, side, short. Long rebound, Ochai. Davion gets it to Boucher. Now to Olynyk on the elbow. Kelly, square, shot fake on Vooch. Recoil, the jumper, no good. Rebound, Grady takes it down. Up top, Olynyk to Mitchell. 4:40. And they're going to get an illegal screen on Kelly Olynyk. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. We've had a couple of breaks, so we will keep it here. 45-38. 7-point Chicago lead with 4:40 to go in the first half. It's been a slow grind for Toronto, Javon, still shooting only 38%, 37.5 to be exact.
And the tough number is at the three-point line, right? Only shooting 16.7%, and Chicago, on the other hand, outscoring Toronto by 15 points from the three-point line. And like you mentioned, it's been a grind, but Toronto's sticking around, right? Still just a 7-point game, and it's about controlling the pace. It's about the little things, attention to detail, right? The 7 turnovers for the Raptors, right? They're doing a better job there than we've seen in the past of taking care of the basketball, but the quality of the shots that you're getting, right? And got to be a bit more intentional, getting the basketball over half. And we see when they are intentional, you've gotten good looks, you've gotten some good shots. When Chicago's gone to the zone, you get the ball to the high post to Pirtle, and there's those kickouts, or Pirtle can attack the basket, but they just haven't been able to convert consistently. But like you mentioned, shooting at 37%. But the offense will come, right? And that's especially the last 4:40 of the second quarter here and going into the second half. It's trusting your offense and going in and seeing clips of, you know what, we got good looks, we got good shots. At some point they're going to drop, but setting good screens, making good passes, good plays, got to continue to do that.
Let's see if the Raptors can get a stop. Here comes Lonzo Ball, front court. Guarded by Grady, near side. Bulls in the black, moving left to right. Vucevic up top. Olynyk cuts him off. Up top to Ball. Lonzo, step back jumper short. 0 of 6 now. Here comes Davion Mitchell.
Think about it. He couldn't get around Grady twice now and then just looked flat on that jump shot.
Although he's reading the mail there and picks off the pass. Horton Tucker with a reverse jam on the lob from Lonzo Ball. Chicago by 9, 47-38, a costly turnover. Boucher into the lane to Mitchell, to Olynyk, shot fake on Vooch, drive into the lane, floats it up, no good. Kelly gave that businessman league shot fake to
head and shoulder fake.
Man, it took about 5 years to execute it, but Vooch was biting on it like a fish on a lure. Kelly will go to the line for 2. I love the deliberate, you're not speeding me up, I'm doing it my speed game of Kelly Olynyk. Misses the first free throw though. Raptors 6 of 8 from the stripe tonight. Second one for KO. Knocks it down. Raptors trail 47-39, 3:50 clock running first half. Giddey up top, works near side. Davion gets over the screen and cuts him off. Vucevic into the lane, spins back to his right hand, floats it up and in. Vucevic with 11. Chicago with a 10-point 49-39 lead. Mitchell on the bounce straight away. Against Patrick Williams, up top to Abaji. Works right with an Olynyk screen. Kick back to Kelly. Now to Mitchell. Shot clock at 8. Mitchell into the corner. Abaji up top to Grady. Gotta go. Grady leans in for 3. Rattles, doesn't go. Long rebound, saved. Here comes Patrick Williams on the run, and Kelly Olynyk fouls him up the near side, right in front of us here on the right wing. 3:08 first half. Pirtle and Barrett will check back in. Olynyk And Grady will sit down, and Davion will sit down. Toronto up. Toronto down 10, looking to get up into Chicago to cut this lead. Vucevic gets it to Patrick Williams, far side. Dribble to the elbow, his jumper no good. Rebound Grady. Outlet Barrett up the near side, left wing. Raptors in the red, going right to left. Grady spins into the lane, banks it up and in. Tough move by Grady Dick.
On the catch, right from RJ, gets the running start into the paint and a tough shot over Vooch.
Vooch, three up top, no good. Rebound, careens out of bounds on the far side. Toronto down 8, 2:38 to go. First half will bring it front court. Grady wearing the red shoes and white tights under that red uniform. Gets it to Barrett, backdoor cut Abaji. To Pirtle, floats it up, no good. Tipped up and in by Chris Boucher. Raptors cut it to 6, 49-43. Kobe White into the lane, floats it up. Boucher with the block and comes away with it. Gets it to Barrett over midcourt. RJ on the bounce to Grady. Three in the air, no good. He was drifting left. Didn't have his balance. You could tell as soon as he let it go. Giddy drive into the lane. Kick it out. Tipped by Abaji. Tipped by Dosunmu as the pass was offline. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto basketball. Turnover. Is that number 8 or 9? Regardless, Toronto has the ball. Barrett up top to Grady. Far side, right wing above the arc. Crosses over. Kicks it to Barrett. RJ drives left to Pirtle. Pass knocked away. Here comes Kobe White, and they've got an offensive foul. Grady standing in and taking the charge. They owed Grady that one. He was hit in the face on the last trip, and there was no call.
And, just good timing on it. Just taking away Kobe White's space as he's attacking. Kobe was a little bit out of control, right? Put his head down and was just going to the basket. Grady centered himself, took it on the chest.
96 seconds to go, first half. 49-43. Toronto down 6, and they will have the ball. It has been a fast half. 1 hour on the clock.
The call on the floor is an offensive foul on Kobe White. Chicago's called timeout to challenge the play.
Well, challenging the play, I would say this, from an old school classic perspective, the way I was taught in refereeing, if a player has his head and shoulders past the defense, then you can't take it in the chest, it's a block. But now everybody's falling down like the wind as the wind blows, so I don't know anymore. Mark Lindsay and Jenna Schroeder reviewing it. Our TSN TV folks have gone on break, so we're going to have to wait.
They say you guys figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait till they get back to get a look at it. Well, they're back now. Oh, Dosunmu, he hit Grady with his left shoulder right in the chest. You're not changing that one. Grady was reading the mail from jump. Now Mark Lindsay talking to Suyash Mehta and Jenna Schroeder. This is where I think the reviews could be sped up. Let Secaucus look at it and say, charge, keep playing.
After review, defender Dick gets to a legal guarding position in the direct path of driver White. White goes to and through his torso illegally. As a result, the ruling on the floor will stand as an offensive foul. The challenge is unsuccessful, and Chicago will be charged their timeout. They will not have an opportunity for a second challenge later in the game.
Mark Lindsay with the master class explanation.
He took us through the rule book. He took us to school.
Rule 3, Section 4 says the defender can establish a legal guard. That's what I said. He hit it. He took it in the chest. If you take it in the sternum, it's a charge. Simple.
I should have known he was going to take us to school by the way he looked in the camera.
Yeah. He wants one of those roles on TSN or ESPN after what he's done as a rules analyst. Barrett in the lane, floater up and in. RJ drops it home. He's got 16. The Raptors cut the lead to 49-45. RJ doing his thing again. 5 of 11. Giddey into the corner. Horton Tucker, 3, no good. Rebound, Abaji. Minute to go, first half. Raptors down 4. Barrett up top to Pirtle. Now to Abaji. Gets a Pirtle screen. Gets into the lane. Short jumper. Got the roll.
That's the second one he's taken of that.
Great read, though, Javon.
Mid-range again. Coming out, they're in the 5-out offense. It's coming off to that left hand, and nobody's stepping up, right? You can tell that the coaches have entrusted him to take that shot.
Horton Tucker misses another 3. Giddey gets the rebound. Boucher thought he blocked the shot clean, but they're saying the block was clean, but he had him on the back of the head. So Josh Giddey will get 2 free throws. 49-47. The Raptors have cut the lead to 2. Josh Giddey on the line. Free throw up and down. Jacoby Walter in. Grady Dick out. Second one good by Giddey. Front court come the Raptors, trailing 51-47. 40 seconds first half. Barrett, drive into the lane, floated up, doesn't get the roll, and Pirtle can only get one hand on the rebound. Back comes Giddey to Patrick Williams. Vucevic to Dosunmu, turns the corner into the lane on Pirtle, floats it up and in. 53-47. Raptors down 6 after cutting it to 2. Back comes Barrett. 8 seconds on the clock. First half. Drives left into the corner. Back up top. Barrett, 3. Good in the bottom of the well. 53-50. RJ's got 19 in the half. Dosunmu back quickly. His floater no good. And it's a 3-point Chicago lead at recess. 53-50 Bulls. Raptors go to work and chop that 12-point lead down to 3. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg up next. Recess time at Scotiabank Arena, Chicago by 3, 53-50. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Ho, ho, holy moly.
Santa, welcome to Indigo.
Heather, Indigo's chief book lover. Just who I was looking for. I'm trying to find just the right book for all the news junkies on my list.
Oh, you must pick up On Freedom by famed historian Tim Snyder. It's ambitious, provocative, and ultimately hopeful.
Well, I'm happy I ran into you.
Who's next on your list, Santa?
At Indigo, we've got gifts so special, even Santa shops here.
It's natural to have a fear of missing out, but Pearl Vision can help you maximize your vision benefits so you don't miss out on what you're entitled to.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Bulls and the Raptors. We really appreciate you being here. And normally we would say hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell here. But tonight we want you to go hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell for our friend David Kaplan's The Recap. He's here with a special message to tell you all about his channel. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap. That would be REKAP on YouTube, which we record right after every Chicago Bears, Cubs, White Sox, and Bulls game to give you an inside perspective on what happened day to day with each of our teams. Plus, the Recap Rush Hour every afternoon, getting you caught up on that day's happening in sports, plus live shows with Felco Football Recap Live and Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey. So follow the recap on YouTube and click that notification bell so you never miss any of our content. Take that.
Thank you, Cap. Chicago fans, head over there and hit that like, subscribe, and check out Cap and Guff's awesome content. We'll see you back in the chat. Let's go Raptors. Come on, we the North. We got to drown out those Chicago fans. Let's go.
I'm getting Valentino for my mom, Yves Saint Laurent for my dad, and Kayali's Eden Sparkling Lychee for me.
I'm obsessed. I'm getting the new Gucci scent. It's beyond.
So is 20% off full-size fragrances.
We really have this gifting thing in the bag.
Get 20% off full-size fragrances during the Fragrance for All event, only at Sephora. Offer ends December 24th. Exclusions apply. Shop in-store or online at sephora.ca.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it would be too difficult or time-consuming? Then it's time to try Babbel. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. So with just 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking in a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel, language for life. Right now, Babbel is offering radio listeners 55% off their subscription. Visit babbel.com/radio. That's BABBEL.com/radio for 55% off.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
Barrett into the lane, spins, floats it up and in, and is fouled. Send him to the line for one more. RJ Christmas shopping, and he's got more to buy.
R.J. Barrett leading the way with 19 points, 53-50 for the Bulls over the Raptors at the half. Welcome to Tangerine Raptors basketball at the half from Scotiabank Arena. Jim Tanney, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewinberg courtside. And Josh, the fact that it's only a 3-point lead for the Bulls based on the Bulls' 3-point shooting and some easy transition points by them is fairly remarkable, isn't it?
And based on the Raptors' effort and performance, too, I would say for the most part. Now, give them credit. They did turn up the heat defensively towards the end of that half, but this was not the best half that we've seen from the Toronto Raptors, especially at home where they're generally pretty good. So, yeah, to that point, to be within 3 is pretty good. I would just say that, like, you know the Bulls are second in the league in three-point attempts, even though it's still 7 fewer than what the Celtics are getting up. You know they want to get those shots up, and they're pretty young, so they're undisciplined in terms of their shot selection. They're going to shoot themselves in games and out of games, and that's sort of been the case towards the end of this first half here. The Raptors, as you mentioned, not shooting the ball well, 3 of 15, and R.J. Barrett has hit a couple of those 3. So the non-RJ Raptors are 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. With all of that in mind, yeah, it's a pretty good thing that the Raptors have managed to stay close here, and you're hopeful that regression hits in the second half, that the Raptors can knock down some threes and maybe take over in that regard. But I think what really needs to be the focus here moving forward is transition defense. I think that's the other thing that you circle with this Bulls team is they're first in the NBA, I should say, in pace, or at the top of the league in pace. You know they want to run. You know they want to get out there. And it's not like the Raptors don't want to run. They have success in transition as well. But there have been very few moments in this game where I've looked at it and said, okay, well, the Raptors are controlling the pace. The Raptors are in control or even comfortable with the tempo. They've had a hard time getting back in transition, and that's where a lot of these Bulls guards have really beaten them on the break here. So that's really what the Raptors have to tighten up, I think, defensively in the second half, is getting back.
Yeah, Warren, the transition game for the Bulls is really working, which means the Raptors have to pay a little more attention.
Well, not only that, but I think Chicago's done a really good job of out-assisting the Raptors. That's an area where Toronto's been, relatively well or good at this season. The Bulls have 17 assists. I thought they moved the ball well. I thought they got to the interior pretty well as well in terms of the points in the paint. But Toronto in that second quarter, with around 5 minutes to go, really turned things up in terms of their defense, only allowing 20 points in that quarter. They shot the ball abysmally, yes, but they still found a way to, cut into the deficit. I thought Chicago, for about the first 15 minutes out of the 24, was the better team. They got out, they ran, they made shots. They got down early, but they were still able to make shots. And end of the day, we know this is a miss or make league, and there is a lot of things. And off air, I was talking about it, decision-making and key moments, and right. When Kelly Olynyk is on a fast break and he had Jacoby Walter trailing, he throws a lob to Chris Boucher. Instead, bad decision, because Chicago now came down the floor and White knocks down a three. Those are the key moments where 3-point swings and 5-point swings, that's how teams build leads. Toronto needs to clean that up. Yes, you know what, clean up the transition. But again, transition's a great area for Toronto. They're also very good at getting out in transition themselves. So you clean up that area, you try and disrupt the flow of the Chicago offense, and I thought in the half court, Raptors did a pretty good job of that. You know what, they were able to turn them over, but it's those small details that you can sway runs with, and hopefully Toronto can clean that up, and I think they'll be in good shape in the second half.
Josh, R.J. Barrett, you mentioned the Raptors without R.J. Barrett are struggling. It's a good thing he isn't. He's got 19 points.
Yeah, and a nice bounce back for him, and I say that after he recorded his second career triple-double in the Raptors' previous game. But look, it was a rough one for RJ. He didn't shoot the ball well. He committed 6 turnovers on Thursday night against Miami. And look, it was a tough ask, and it continues to be a tough ask for a guy who's not a traditional point guard by any means to be playing essentially pseudo point guard here without a traditional ball handler in the starting unit. Scotty Barnes is out. So Barrett not only has to be the primary ball handler and playmaker, but he's also carrying a bigger offensive load, a bigger scoring load without Barnes and Quickly in the lineup. So it's been a challenge, I would say, but also I feel like today he's found a better balance of doing those things in order to keep the ball moving and keeping the pace moving while also still staying true to what he does and who he is as a player. Cutting and getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line. He's 5 for 5 from the stripe so far today. So this has been a much better version of R.J. Barrett. And yeah, they're going to need a lot from him in the second half, especially with the bench pretty quiet. That's the other disparity that really stands out here. The Bulls with a 21-14 edge in bench points.
Josh, thanks very much. Appreciate it. So, Warren, I mean, if you take the last 5 minutes going into the half where the Raptors seem to adjust and seem to be able to deal with the Bulls, can they do that over the entirety of the second half?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be sitting up here now, would I? No, I think they can. I think they have the depth. I really like Jacoby Walters' minutes in this game. I thought he played phenomenally well, and I think about his poise as an individual and how young he is and how he can get into the lane and make good decisions. But that's what it comes down to for me is decision making. So right. Offensive and defensive decision making. I think Toronto did a good job at the last 5 minutes. Now, can you be consistent with that? And then on the other end of the floor, what decisions are you making that are going to affect the outcome of the game in the fourth quarter? Like, that's what's most important. First 5 minutes of this third quarter will determine a lot, and we'll be able to talk about that. But I think they closed the half well, so they're trending in the right direction.
It's a while ago now, but even in that first quarter, there was a solid 10-man rotation for the Raptors.
Yeah, and I think they're going to continue to go 10 deep. I think both teams have a little bit of depth, but at the same time, with the pace of play and the fact that both teams want to shoot threes, it's going to come down to how well Toronto can force the Bulls off the line, how well they can get out and run, how well they can turn the Bulls over and continue, again, to make good decisions, because that's what it comes down to.
Raptors first half stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Get more value out of every kilometer in a Subaru, starting with award-winning safety at your local Subaru dealer. So, as Warren pointed out, the assist department, 17-11 for the Bulls. Bench scoring, 21-14 for the Bulls. Paint, 30-28 for the Raptors. Fast break, 10-8 for Chicago. Second chance points off of rebounds. 3 rebounds for 7 points for Chicago. 6 rebounds for 10 points for the Raptors. Turnovers for points, 9 turnovers for Chicago, 8 points going the other way. Toronto's turned it over 9 times for 9. And the bottom line is it's 53-50 for the Bulls over the Raptors at the half. Quick thought here. Who do you look for? I mean, obviously R.J. Barrett had a great first half, but who has to jump in there and help him out?
I like Abaji. I like what he's doing, but I think Grady, because he has the most scoring potential. Out of the group that's there, most of these guys are not guys that you're going to require a large amount of shots from. But I would say Grady first and Abaji second, because Abaji can get to his mid-range, and Grady has the ability to create his own shot, not only off the dribble but from deep.
That'll bring us to the second half, and that's next. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head. Beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. District license 12616.
Come and get some!
TSN is the home of AEW, delivering dynamite every Wednesday. And with TSN Plus, you can get even more action with Rampage on Fridays and Collision on Saturdays. AEW lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call 1-800-353-6081. That's 1-800-353-6081. Again, 1-800-353-6081.
The holiday big check event is on now at Sport Check. From December 12th to 24th, shop savings up to 60% off. Find amazing deals on top brands such as Nike, Under Armour, Oakley, Columbia, and more. Say it with sport this holiday season.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back in Toronto, set to start the second half. Toronto Raptors trailing the Chicago Bulls 53-50. The Bulls led by as many as 12 at one juncture. However, the Raptors able to get the chisel out and whittle away at the lead. Good to start the second half, and the second half tip-off is powered by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game, lease the CR-V from 2.9% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com, and the third quarter action is delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Give yourself a high five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for $5 each. 2for1pizza.com. Let's see if the Raptors are able to reel in the Bulls. They've been trailing for much of the game after having an early 7-2 5-point lead. Chicago ball in the black, coming right to left. Billy Donovan will have his offense in front of him for the end of the game. Dosunmu, 3 up top, starts it off. Chicago with a triple goes up 56-50. Barrett, Pirtle out there with Mobo, Abaji and Grady Dick. And the Raptors turn it over on their first touch. Not a good way to come out of the timeout. Front court, Dosunmu, guarded by Barrett. Into the lane, Vucevic, the floater up and in.
That's tough to defend, right? That pick and roll going away from the single side. And the offensive players above the free throw line, so there's not really much room to tag and help.
Front court, Abaji, 3, got it. Ochai above the break, sets the feet and knocks it out. Toronto cuts the lead to 58-53, but Vucevic comes back and knocks in a triple.
16 points for him, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Darko wants to travel. They're not going to give it to him. Front court, Pirtle. On the drive, gets it to Mobo. Mobo into the lane on Vucevic. Bumped. It goes off his leg, out of bounds. It'll be Chicago basketball.
Got to move it a little quicker, right? Not as much space in there. And both guys, you could non-shooters in that action there. And Mobo just keeping the basketball alive, but didn't really have anywhere to go.
Kobe White to the basket, misses. Patrick Williams with a dunk, and Darko strides out to the floor. I could read the bubble over his head, well, you don't want to know what it says. It's a family show. The Bulls up 10, 63-53.
Raptors just a little flat to start the second half.
So let's take a break. 10-18 third quarter, Chicago 63, Toronto 53. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
Crave presents the next groundbreaking original series from HBO, Dune Prophecy. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
Ho, ho, holy moly.
Santa, welcome to Indigo.
Heather, Indigo's chief book lover, just who I was looking for. I need a book for the mystery lovers on my list. Anything really great to recommend?
Definitely. Richard Osman's We Solve Murders. It grabs you from the first sentence and it keeps you in suspense until the very last page.
Well, I'm ho-ho happy I ran into you.
Who's next on your list, Santa?
At Indigo, we've got gifts so special, even Santa shops here.
Experience the magic of the holidays at CF Toronto Eaton Centre. From live holiday entertainment and daily tree lighting and snow shows starting November 14th to beloved visits with Santa, there's something for everyone to get into the spirit of the season. Guests can enjoy even more holiday shopping time with extended hours beginning November 25th. To learn more about CF Toronto Eaton Centre's holiday hours, festive experiences, and services, visit cfshops.ca.
The world is changing, and Upskills for Work Get Started resources can help you adapt, learn new skills, and build confidence. Get Started is free and easy to use. Improve your skills for work and life. Get started today at upskillsforwork.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Well, the Bulls have come out. Javon, you called it a little bit sluggish for the Raptors to start the third quarter. And, hey, man, you can't ease into any part of any NBA game. Raptors down 10, 63-53. And it's a 7-3 run for Chicago. Sorry, a 10-3 run for Chicago. And the 7 points tacked on to the 3 at halftime has them up 10 right now. Raptors in the red, they'll come left to right. Pirtle, Barrett, Mobo, Abaji, and Grady Dick on the floor for Toronto. Barrett up top. Chicago comes out in the zone. After the timeout, throwing a wrench into any man-to-man play they might have. Grady to Barrett in the lane. RJ, stutter dribble on Vooch. Fall away, jumper short. Rebound Giddey.
You know, when they get that ball to the high post, Chicago's matching up back to man. RJ had Vooch on him, just couldn't capitalize and convert.
Giddey into the corner. Dosumu, 3, no good. Rebound Grady. Outlet Barrett. Raptors hustle it up floor. Barrett drive, floated up and in. RJ going to his left. Knocks down. 2 more. He's got 21. The Raptors trail 63-55.
Second best way to beat the zone is moving the basketball, but the best way to beat the zone is not let the zone set up. Transition play.
Get it up there before they get set. Dosumu into the corner. Kobe White got away with a walk. Drives. Abaji says not tonight. Kitchen's closed right now. Grady on the drive at Vucevic, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Pirtle comes away with it. Yak patiently waiting, gets it to Barrett. Up top to Grady. Drive on Giddey. Little body, puts it up and in. 14-footer straight away. Here comes Chicago quickly. Dosumu back, stripped by Barrett. Off Dosumu, out of bounds, Toronto basketball.
Much better transition defense by the Raptors there. Again, Chicago getting up the floor. Dosumu taking a shot with 22 seconds on the clock, and RJ getting his hand in there, beating it off of his leg.
Chicago in the zone. Grady gets it to Pirtle, high post. Back to Grady, and the jam for Grady. 2 hands for safety. A little give and go basketball, and Grady rocks the rim.
And the second best way to beat the zone. The touch at the high post for Pirtle. Everybody matches up. Grady with the delay, the cut, the finish.
Giddey Off to Patrick Williams, drives. Oh, Grady stripped him, and they got the foul on Grady. It looked like Williams just put his head down.
Just bulldozing.
Tried to bully him, and Grady got a lot of the orange.
And Patrick Williams, he's a big boy, right? 6'8", 235. Got that basketball to the right side of the floor, the left side of the floor, just dipped that left shoulder. I'm not too certain I agree with the call.
I don't. I thought Williams was initiating the contact, and when he got close enough to go airborne, Grady got his hand in the cookie jar, in and out. But Williams makes 2 free throw. 65-59, Chicago by 6. Raptors in the red, coming left to right. Barrett drives, gets into the lane to Agbaji for the jam on the baseline.
Kobe White gets caught sleeping on that weak side there. And Agbaji doing a good job getting behind the defense for the dunk.
RJ lays it down. Kobe White, 3, good. Chicago goes back up 7, 68-61, and the Raptors turn it over. White on the run, kicks it out. Dosunmu lays it up, no good, but the foul called on the block attempt. It'll go against Jonathan Mobo. (68-61). 7-point lead for Chicago, and they're going to go to the line for 2 more. Dosunmu, this is the first one. Lonzo Ball will come in for him at the next dead ball. Front court. Dosunmu's free throw is good. Raptors trail 69-61. Barrett up top to Grady. Far side. Pull up, jumper, got it. Grady with a defender right in his rear view on his shooting hand. Cool as a cucumber, knocked it down.
He looks good taking that shot off the dribble.
Vooch, long 3 up top, no good. Standing rebound, Boucher. Barrett gets a screen, turns the corner, gets into the lane, and he wanted the foul call.
He's frustrated. I can understand, right? He's getting to that left hand. It takes the contact by Vooch, and I thought Giddey wound up his swing and the block shot from behind him. And anytime you see a wind-up, generally there's going to be a foul call right after.
Barrett, long inbound to Pirtle. 7-11, third quarter. Raptors down 69-63. Pirtle throws it up, no good. But they say he was fouled on the ground by Vucevic. Side out of bounds for Toronto. Pirtle handling the ball nicely there. Javon taking it to the 10.
Yeah, and you know what? He was handling it, turned the corner, didn't get it around Vooch. Had some contact and still kept that dribble alive.
Barrett turns the corner, finds Pirtle in the lane, floats it up, no good, it's blocked. Here comes Chicago, 3-on-2, broken floor. Kobe White lays it in. 71-63, Chicago by 8. Back comes Toronto. They lob it up for Boucher. Wanted the foul on the lob. Patrick Williams knocked it away, no call. And then Chicago fires it into the bench. Turn it over and give it back to Toronto. And Boucher's going to get nailed on a technical foul. I guess he doth protest too much. Kobe White will shoot the free throw. No good. 71-63, Chicago, 6:42, third quarter. Raptors playing catch up the whole way, Javon, and every time they push the ball up the hill a little bit, push the rock up the hill, it rolls back down on them. Grady near side. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound, Josh Giddey. Here comes Giddey, front court. Kicks it to Kobe White. To Vucevic, straight away between the rings. Shot clock at 10. Lonzo Ball, deep three, good.
Got one. Got one to drop.
Got one. He was off balance, fell down, and of course everybody wants the foul call.
Listen, that was probably the toughest one. He made 1 for 7 on the night, 1 for 6 from 3.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Lonzo Ball on the intended pass to Grady from Davion Mitchell. Stays Toronto ball, but the lead 11 for the Bulls. 74-63. Matas Buzelis checking in for Chicago. Mitchell, far side. On the bounce, gets into the lane on Buzelis, floats it up, no good. Rebound Chicago. Bulls on the run, looking for more. Buzelis in the lane. Vucevic, jump hook, good.
Good rim run by Vuce. Buzelis with a pass, and Vuce did a good job of slowing himself down so he could gather to get the 2 on Chris Boucher.
Raptors in a hole right now. 13 points, biggest lead of the game for Chicago. Boucher in the lane on Buzelis, puts it up, no good, but fouled, and he'll get a couple of free throws.
I like how Chris Boucher, we're not accustomed to seeing him get into the post, but he got into the post there, had 2 dribbles to get into the paint, and what does he do? He gathers that last dribble, the power dribble, lands on 2, which gives him a bit more force and balance going up at the basket.
So Boucher will go to the line for 2. First one good, 76-64. Raptors trying to climb the hill again. Second one good also by Chris. So Toronto cuts the lead to 11. On the drive though, Giddey floats it up and in, far side. 78-65, back to 13. Mitchell in the lane to Olynyk, floats it up, no good, but he's fouled. And Kelly will get 2 free throws. Raptors trying to hold on to the rope here, Javon. As Chicago slowly trying to pull away from them. Olynyk's second free throw good. 78-67. Raptors need some stops. Chicago's shooting percentage up to 49-2. Buzelis. Up top to Horton Tucker, drive. Boucher ties him up. Chris wants a jump. Instead, they're going to call the foul on Chris. Thought he had a lot of the orange. Everybody on the Raptors with their thumbs up in the air looking like the Fonz. Trying to indicate jump ball, but referee Suyash Mehta saying nope, foul. Free throws. Horton Tucker, no good. He got that knuckleball he shoots, that thing spinning like the start of the soap opera as the world turns.
Oh, you remember?
When I was in university, I could never get the TV in the afternoon because everybody on the floor in the residence was watching the soaps.
I used to come home after school, after elementary school, and my grandmother, she didn't move from that TV.
Second free throw good by THT.
But you don't remember Days of Our Lives.
Oh, yeah. Days, Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless. Victor.
Victor's still rocking it. As is Chicago, rocking a 12-point lead. Grady drives, ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Toronto. Davion Mitchell to inbound. Baseline right, near side, right beside the Toronto bench. They get it to Grady. corner three in the air, no good, but he's fouled. Grady goes to the ground. He and Josh Giddey both down there. And it looks like Giddey's the one that...
Looks like Giddey got the worst of it.
Yeah, having trouble getting up. That right leg, right ankle looks kind of heavy right now as he is in some obvious distress. Gets up and is limping badly. Technical foul on Vucevic. And now Lonzo Ball walking Vooch away from the officials. And now Giddey tried to get to the bench, and the training staff met him and said, forget it. The locker room's closer. So he will exit in front of the Raptors bench. It's not a good look.
No.
That looks like a two-weeker right there. Not to try and diagnose it, but we get a look at the replay. Oh, and Giddey, in trying to not let his momentum take him into Grady.
Yeah, he was trying to avoid getting under Grady's ankle.
And he turned his right ankle. So Chicago doesn't have a challenge. I'm not sure what they're going to look at. Mark Lindsay will give us an explanation. They're going to look to see if it's a flagrant. Is that what they're going to look at? Here we go.
The ruling on the floor is a common foul. Replay will be utilized to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul for a reckless closeout.
There you go. Mark Lindsay, a.k.a. the rule book. And what rule is that, Mark? Section 10. Rule 1, subset B3. My man's efficient, though. He communicates. There's no second guessing what he's saying. You might not agree.
He might have been a lawyer in another life.
So we get a look at it. Well, in today's NBA, even though Giddey was trying, it's kind of like hockey. You're always supposed to be in control of your stick. That's a reckless closeout. He hit Grady midair, even though he was trying to stop. We're getting a look at the replay center in Secaucus, reviewing it. And again, these reviews, I like to get it right. I understand it takes time to get it right. But man, they're grinding me right now. Mark Lindsay in front of Ron Foxcroft, Canadian chapter of the NBA officials. Ron, a evaluator, guy that knows refereeing, invented the whistle that we have today, the Fox 40, and he invented it after having the old whistle that has a cork P stick on him doing the Final Four game, the final game, the national championship on Monday night at the Hoosier Dome in Indiana. The P got so wet when he blew the whistle, it kind of went, it didn't tweet. And he said, that's it, I'm inventing a whistle without this thing.
What sound did it make?
But now we got a good tweet. And here's Mark Lindsay.
After review, there is no unnecessary or reckless closeout from defender Giddey. As a result, play will resume with 3 free throws for Grady Dick. However, during the interim, there was an unsportsmanlike technical foul assessed to Vucevic from Chicago. One player from Toronto will shoot the 1 free throw prior to resuming play.
So Toronto gets 1 free throw and then 3 more. And to finish my story on Ron Foxcroft, those whistles have gone viral. Everybody's using them now. Army, Navy, every hockey, football, any game that's got a whistle, they're using a Fox 40. And he also took the next step and invented precision timing. So when he's working on that, so when the ball comes through the net, it will stop automatically. The other part of precision timing is if you look at the referees, the whistle stops the clock, and every referee wears something to help start the play, so we never have this delay in starting it. They're all wearing this little pack on their belt. Needless to say, Foxy's made tatty money off that thing. Grady makes the first free throw. Now he shoots his three. Makes the first one. Raptors could get 4 points on the board here from free throws if Grady converts them all. He's 3 for 3 right now. And the Raptors have cut the lead to 9, 79-70. Billy Donovan with the play call. Davion Mitchell intercepting and asking Darko, what's that? Grady makes all 4 free throws. The Raptors cut the lead to 8, 79-71. Vucevic, front court. Bulls in the black coming right to left. In the lane, Vuce puts it up, no good, blocked. Here comes Toronto on the run. Mitchell to Boucher. And they got a foul on Vucevic, slapping at Boucher. Toronto will go to the free throw line with Chicago over the limit. The Raptors inching their way back thanks to the free throw line.
Yes.
Boucher, first one is good.
They've been there 17 times, 18 times on the night to Chicago's 11.
Second one in the air from Chris, short. So the Raptors trail 79-72. Chicago front court in the black. Lonzo Ball to Buzelis. His three, good, near side. 82-72 with all that, the lead back to 10. Mitchell to Olynyk. Kelly gets it to Grady, far side. Drive on Dosunmu. Kick it cross court, Mitchell to Abaji. Catch and shoot, three, no good. Rebound Dosunmu, weak side. Up the far side, right wing to Vooch. Trailed big, kicks it to Dosunmu. Now Horton Tucker. Steps back, three in the air, no good. Rebound Boucher. 3:40, third quarter. Raptors trailing 82-72. Grady up top to Kelly. Shot fake, drive into the lane to Boucher. Three in the air from Chris, short. Rebound knocked out. Chicago has it. Dosunmu on the run, lay it up. Blocked by Mitchell. And Davion saying, challenge, it hit his head. And Toronto is going to challenge it. Now what you hope is...
Well, Davion was saying he's coming back to the bench and saying he blocked it off his head. He was on the coaching staff, that was off his head.
Which is true. Now, you're hoping if you're Toronto that they just don't call a foul as they look back at it on Davion. I don't know if there was one, but there's always the risk. We'll take a break.
The call on the floor is Toronto.
3:25, third quarter, 82-72 Chicago. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
TSN Plus is taking game day to a whole new level with NFL Red Zone.
Absolutely incredible!
Subscribe now for every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon. NFL Red Zone, available on TSN Plus.
The holiday Big Check event is on now at Sport Check. From December 12th to 24th, shop savings up to 60% off. Find amazing deals on top brands such as Nike, Under Armour, Oakley, Columbia, and more. Say it with sport this holiday season.
And now, an ode to Canada's Wonderland. 'Twas a Winterfest night when all through the park, cheerful guests smile as they find their house.
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors and the Chicago Bulls. Now is the time. Please let us know where you're watching from. Let's see where everybody is gathered up here to cheer on We the North, or if you're a Chicago fan, good luck to the Bulls tonight. We got some special friends in the house. David Kaplan's The Recap. Guff's Lunch Hour with Guff. We've got awesome stuff over here we're going to send you over to. Check out the link that is pinned if you're a Chicago sports fan. And yeah, thank you for letting us know where you're watching from and participating in the chat. Let's go, Raptors! We'll see you back in there.
In Toronto, now playing at Meridian Hall. Tickets on sale now at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back in Toronto, 82-72. Bulls by 10. Here's Mark Lindsay.
There was no proximate foul from the Toronto defender. Also, the ball clearly touches Chicago last prior to going out of bounds. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be overturned to Toronto possession. This is a successful challenge. However, Toronto will be charged their timeout in this situation.
So, I'm just wondering, they were charged a timeout, successful challenge, so they do have one more, as long as they have the timeout. All right, so you got to manage that if you're Darko. He's only got 2 timeouts left. And we're 3:23 to go, third quarter. I mean, one of them's a mandatory. He's going to get a free one. Olynyk drive, reverse layup, good. Kelly lays it in. Raptors cut it to 8. 82-74. The closest they've been was 7 in this half. Dosunmu up top to Kobe White, straight away, drives left, near side, kicks it to Jalen Smith, shot fake, and they got Olynyk on the closeout. Side out of bounds, Chicago, near side, left wing, in the black, in front of Billy Donovan. RJ Barrett will check back in for the Raptors. Talen Horton-Tucker to inbounds. Gets it to Dosunmu. To Jalen Smith in the lane. Kick it out. Buzelis. Drive. Into the lane. Floats it up and in. Pretty move by the youngster. Very agile. Chicago back by 10, 84-74. Olynyk steps into a 3. No good. Boucher with the rebound. Back up and in. Uses his length and gets it down. Here comes Toronto. Smith gets it to Kobe White, drives, and they're going to call Olynyk on the push on the pass-off. We did get a report about Josh Giddey.
Won't be returning.
Yep, right ankle will not return. 2:19 to go, third quarter. And Chicago has an 8-point lead, just kind of holding Toronto at bay, right? They're just pairing them, just kind of pushing them off. Every time Toronto looks like they want to get closer, like an old Muhammad Ali boxing match back in the day when he'd lost some of his speed. He'd hit you 2 times, and when you got close, he'd clutch. Say, hang on. Then he'd push you off. Hit you again, and when you got close, he'd clutch. Chicago up 10 on a clutch phase right now, and they get the turnover out of Barrett. Here comes Dosunmu, lay it up and in, the Bulls by 12. Here comes Toronto. Mitchell into the lane, loses the ball. Chicago comes away with it. Oh, these turnovers killing Toronto. 13th turnover. Mark Lindsay calling time as Dosunmu on the last layup had the floor all messy after spilling a drink on the follow-through. So Mark Lindsay says, you know what? Stop play here, Chicago ball. Let's make sure it's safe. And the Raptors trying to get a sub in, but you can't sub because this is not a violation timeout. Had it not been a timeout, the play would have been going, so you can't make the sub. 1:55, third quarter. Chicago up 12, threatening to take its biggest lead of the game if Toronto's not careful here. Hands on the scoreboard. Getting cheers from the crowd. As the Raptors are trying to get a stop once play resumes. 88-76. Man, I'm wondering what they spilled down there. Did they? Was it an oil company spilled something down there?
See Santa Claus on the baseline there. The superfan Nav. Right in front of them.
Well, more advocating for closed top drinks if you're sitting courtside. Should have some kind of closable mug. .155 to go. They're still wiping it up down there. Remember how I talked about how the first half was over in less than an hour? Not so much in this second half. If you look in the dictionary and the definition of slow-mo right now, it's got a moving video of this game. I mean, as long as it's not wet, if it's a little tacky down there, it helps the shoes, so I'm okay with that. All right, ready to play. Ayo Dosunmu to inbound near side. Left wing in front of Billy Donovan. Gets it to Jalen Smith. Up top, Dosunmu guarded by Jacoby Walter. Far side, Buzelas, three in the air, no good. Rebound. Smith puts it up, no good. Rebound Barrett. And they've got a late foul call on Kelly Olynyk. So Smith had inside position. The foul certainly wasn't on the ball. There may have been some body contact, but couldn't see anything in terms of touching the ball that would have elicited a foul call. Although the referees are right there. 1:43 to go, third quarter, 89-76. Bulls with their biggest lead of the game at 13. Jalen Smith standing on the line for more. Second one good. It's a 14-point edge for Chicago. Mitchell to Boucher. The Raptors need a spark right now, Javon. They need something.
It's just flat.
Boucher
flat, no
in the lane, floats it up and in, and he's fouled. Caught it, was pushed, and it's a chance for an old-time three-point play from the Montreal native Chris Boucher.
RJ with a great pass, zipping it to Boucher. Canadian connection, and you talk about the catch for Boucher. Keeps that ball above his shoulders, right? You always tell big men, don't bring that basketball low.
Where all the little people can start scratching at it. Dosunmu into the lane, finds Jalen Smith, lays it up and in. Acrobatic kind of jackknife layup. Puts Chicago back up 14. Barrett into the lane, drive, lay it up and in. RJ with the left hand. Cuts it to 92-80. Back comes Kobe White to Horton Tucker. On the bounce, kick out. Jalen Smith hops into a three and knocks it down. Chicago has the lead at 15, 95-80. Jacoby Walter up top. Raptors outscored 13-4. That's 27 points from behind the arc. Barrett in the lane, floats it up and in. RJ twisting turnaround, makes it 95-82, but if you're Toronto, you need to get some stops. Here comes Chicago, front court, Dosunmu near side. Left wing to Horton Tucker in the lane, floats it up. And And they got Boucher on the foul, even though he was backing up. So 2 shots for Taylor Horton-Tucker. 10 points on 4 of 8 from the floor, has made a 3. And will go to the line for attempts 3 and 4 tonight. First one, no good. (95-82). Chicago by 13. Second one, no good. Here comes Barrett. 20 seconds, third quarter. Raptors down 13. Can they get one here or even make it a 3 to cut it to 10 before we hit the fourth quarter? Barrett up top, game clock at 5. Gotta go. RJ on Buzelis, underneath to Mobo, lays it in and is fouled. They're going to have a chance for 3 the old-time way. Oh, the patience of RJ Barrett paying off for Mobo with a deuce and a free throw to come.
Extremely poised, and what Mobo does, the touch screen, but he rolls so fast, he gets out of there to the right block, knowing that RJ is going to draw the attention as he gets to that left hand. And as so said, so done, zips it over to him under the right side of the basket.
Free throw, no good. Lonzo Ball launches it. No good. And so it's an 11-point, 95-84 lead for Chicago heading to the last lap.
And you get into that last lap, if you're the Raptors right now, what does that energy look like coming out in the fourth quarter, the first 2 minutes?
We'll be able to tell you when we come back. Last lap of the track, 95-84 Chicago. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
The housing crisis in the GTA has reached a critical point, with more than 2 in 3 residents being affected.
Reporting that almost 9 million Canadians are living in food-insecure households.
Over 1 million people in the GTA now live below the poverty line.
Just out today, mental health support is the #1 reason people are calling 211 for assistance.
At United Way, we wake up to a different alarm every day. Help us end poverty and build a better GTA any way we can. Donate today at unitedwaygt.org.
Experience the magic of the holidays at CF Toronto Eaton Centre. From
What's up, basketball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Chicago Bulls visiting our Toronto Raptors. Thanks for hanging out with us, we the North and Chicago fans. We're doing something special tonight. Cap from The Recap is here. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying your show with our guy, TSI Mike. And as soon as you're done with your stream there, we're going to send you right to The Recap Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey in Chicago. Take that.
Dude, Guff is the man. You guys make sure to hit the like button over there once we send you over after postgame. And if not, if you're just a Chicago sports fan, go over and hit that subscribe button and check out the awesome content over on David Kaplan's The Recap. Take that. We'll see you back in the chat.
Smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
Fourth quarter time. Fourth quarter is powered by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. 95-84 Chicago, last lap of the track. And the Raptors, like Sisyphus, keep pushing that rock up the hill, but it just keeps rolling back down on them. 5 turnovers in that quarter for Toronto, giving up 9 points. Jamal Shed into the game for Toronto. First look at the floor for the Houston Cougar. Barrett, Mobile, Walter, and Boucher. Barrett into the lane to Jacoby Walter. Loses it. Chicago on the ground, comes away with it. Kobe White, shot fake, drive into the lane. Blocked by Mobile on the layup attempt. And the Raptors will have a chance to set their defense. Inbound to Chicago. They get it in to Julian Phillips. He's fouled, lays it in, and is going to get a free throw for the Hack.
And not sure what happened with between Mobo and Chris Boucher, but some miscommunication there. Chris Boucher looked like he was trying to fight Phillips over the screen, and Phillips just went back door and just got beat.
Phillips has had a nice game in limited time off the bench. 10 points in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
A couple of dunks to get him going. Raptors down 98-84. Chicago scrambling defensively. Jacoby Walter into the lane. Into Jalen Smith. Puts it up, no good. Rebound. Off Toronto. It'll be Chicago ball. Dangerous time here for the Raptors. Dangerous time. Got to hang on to the rope. Can't let Chicago get away early in this fourth quarter. Dosunmu, left side near wing, cut off by Jacoby Walter. Out top, Kobe White on the drive. Jamal Shed cuts him off. White goes up, floats it up, no good. Shed went airborne. Thought he was vertical. But anytime you leave your feet, you're going to get that call against you. I just don't know how the defender's going to lean in and as he did there, and he's going to get the call.
Yeah, you've lost all leverage, all control, and you have to remember, right, it's not just about the defense at that point. It's also the offensive players. Offensive players in today's game are so much more creative. So you can get the foul while you're in the air. A lot of times these guys are waiting for you to get back down on the floor and draw the foul, right? You get back down on the floor, and these guys have so many different ways of creating shots off the pivot. You know, the side steps, the step throughs that you're always at their mercy as soon as you leave the floor.
Barrett front court. Toronto down by 16, largest deficit of the game. Shed into the lane, the floater up and in. Love the way he does that. Kind of hits the front rim and crawls over every time.
He knows his shot.
100-86. Horton Tucker into the corner. Dosunmu, shot fake, kick out to Kobe White. On Jamal Shed, he gives him every move, and Shed still in front of him. White into the lane, kicks it out. Dosunmu got away with a walk, floats it up and in. Pirtle down on the ground in a heap and not moving. It's bad when Jakob's not moving. He's a guy that plays through a lot of stuff. He's rolled over now onto his back. His knees flexed up in front of him as if he was ready to do a sit-up. Oh, we saw the replay. He lost his balance. Man, he did the splits. And unless you're an NHL goalie in the butterfly position, that doesn't work. Rehan Malik, head athletic trainer, Gio Sardella out there. Jakob walking.
And that's good to see.
Gingerly and cautiously off the floor. So let's take a break. 102-86 Chicago, 10-12 fourth quarter. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest non-profit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-288-4991. That's 1-800-288-4991. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-288-4991. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-288-4991. Ontario license number 4705786.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa Village. And who knows? If you get a gift certificate for 2, I might even make you my +1. Okay, love ya.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/Whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last. 10-12, fourth quarter. Toronto Raptors need a surge. They need a spark. They need something. They're down 102-86. And they have the ball front court. Mobo in. Shed. Mobo. Grady Dick, RJ Barrett, and Jacoby Walter for the red-shirted Raptors coming left to right. Barrett in the lane, lays it up and in, turns the corner, and lays it home. 25 for RJ. Kobe White, 3 up top, no good. Rebound, Horton Tucker puts it up and in. Lead back to 16, 104-88 Chicago. Raptors trying to make a run, looking to get something going. Grady in the corner on Dosunmu. Drives. Kicks it out top. Jacoby Walter on Jalen Smith. Drive. To a cutting Grady. Reverse layup, no good. Here comes Kobe White. On the drive, Shed knocks it away. Barrett. Handling front court. Gets it to Shed underneath. Mobo with a jam.
Good pass by Shed, right? Just a touch pass and zips it to Mobo under the basket.
Shed did a great job to cut it off at the other end to get the stop. Horton Tucker on the bounce just blows by the Raptors and lays it in.
How fast does Chicago change ends of the floor?
Shed on the bounce. Up top to Grady. 106-90 Chicago. 8:40 to go, fourth quarter. Grady drives, feet tangled up with Julian Phillips, and they got the youngster out of Tennessee, Phillips, with the foul call. Raptor ball, front court. In the red, Barrett to Shed. 3-ball, got it, far side. Shed clapping his hands in front of Lonzo Ball saying, come on, let's go, it's time. Raptors cut it to 106-93. Shed's giving them a lift off the bench. Horton Tucker, deep, 3, no good. Rebound, Grady. Runs out of the pack with it. Gets all the way to the basket, floated up, no good, but he's gonna get free throws. Raptors stopping the clock and then trying to get a couple of points on the board.
Smart play by Grady as well. As soon as he feels the contact and hears the whistle, follows through with the shot. Now you have a chance to get to at the stripe, set up your defense. Right, and this all on the heels of the energy of Jamal Shed.
Grady, free throw, no good. Need them all now. Just no space.
Gotta finish your breakfast, right? Raptors only 16 of 22 from the free throw line. In a game where you haven't shot well from the three-point line, 5 for 20, right? Those are the easy ones that you need. Just seeing the basketball go through the hoop to give you that feel, give you that rhythm.
Billy Donovan calls a timeout. We'll take a break. 8:10. Fourth quarter. Chicago 106. Toronto 93. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Why do I love getting my last-minute gifts at Shoppers Drug Mart? Well, lots of stores, many open late, great selection of gifts, and let's not forget the PC Optimum points. I get gifts for them and points for me, and so can you. Go to Shoppers. Exclusions apply.
I'ma go harder than most. TSN and TSN Plus are your home for the National Lacrosse League on NLL Friday nights. And get even more action on TSN Plus with every game all season long. What a play!
Ho, ho, holy moly.
Santa? Well.
What's up, basketball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Chicago Bulls visiting our Toronto Raptors. Thanks for hanging out with us, we the North and Chicago fans. We're doing something special tonight. Cap from The Recap is here. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying your show with our guy, TSI Mike. And as soon as you're done with your stream there, we're going to send you right to The Recap Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey in Chicago. Take that.
Dude, Guff is the man. You guys make sure to hit the like button over there once we send you over after postgame. And if not, if you're just a Chicago sports fan, go over and hit that subscribe button and check out the awesome content over on David Kaplan's The Recap. Take that. We'll see you back in the chat.
Or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Josh Lippa courtside. Owen Hall, producer, and Matt Cardinero back at Raptors Central. You hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, up top with Cameron Moore. Keeping them on the air. You'll hear from those two guys at the conclusion of the game when we hit postgame. And they were ably aided by Josh Lewenberg in the pregame and halftime. So Grady on the free throw line, missed the first free throw, but Raptors need to go on a run here. Free throw by Grady is good. 106-94, the lead 12. See what the Raptors have. Horton Tucker down on the baseline. Vucevic kicks it out top. Swing it to Horton Tucker. Bulls his way to the basket. Jacoby Walter tied him up. Horton Tucker walked, got away with it, but Phillips misses the layup. Back comes Toronto. Grady all the way to the hoop, lays it up and in traffic. Raptors cut it to 10. 106-96, 7:39 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. Let's see if the Raptors can dig in. Vucevic to Ball up top. Down low underneath. Jacoby Walter knocks it away as Vucevic had Shed posted up. And it'll be a side out of bounds for Chicago.
I like the energy of this group right now.
Yeah.
The five guys that are on the floor: Shed, Grady, Mobile, Walter, Barrett. Not a big lineup, Jonesy, but the effort and intensity these guys are playing with. Chip away at this thing.
Vucevic up top to Kobe White. Now far side, Julian Phillips. Down low, Shed fronts Vucevic and knocks it away. Jamal on the bounce. Gets it to Walter. Jacoby shot fake, drive, gets to the hoop, lay it up and in.
Tough finish.
Raptors cut it to 8. I love the fact that he turned down the 3 because he hadn't been making them and took the ball to the goal.
And Shed as well, getting into the paint. All right, kicking it out. Doesn't have a good one. And then you get a nice layup, strong layup for Walter.
106-98. Raptors need another stop. Vucevic backs down on Barrett. Kick it out. They swing it. Horton Tucker, 3, no good. Rebound, Mobo. Outlet Barrett up the far side, left wing. RJ on the drive, gets into the lane, floats it up, no good, but fouled by Phillips. RJ Barrett gonna go to the line for two. Toronto making a run here. The lead was 16 moments ago. It's been cut in half as we approach the top of the stretch.
Coach Billy Donovan feels the pressure right away. He's coming back in with Williams and DeSumo.
Barrett missed the free throw. Oh, Raptors have been no closer than 7 this entire third quarter, or fourth quarter, after being down only 3 at halftime. Jakob Poeltl, we've been told, is done for the night. 106-99. Raptors down 7. 6.5 to go. Lots of time. The energy good for the red shirts right now. White in the lane, floats it up, no good.
I just don't know where White is driving to, right? This is, again, it's not even, I'm not even trying to credit the defense, but every time he touches the basketball, he's dipping his head and just bulldozing into 2 or 3 defenders. If I'm the officials, I'm not rewarding that.
No, he's out of control. He's out of control. And he's going to get 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. 107-99. Lead 8 for Chicago. White's second free throw good. Lead back up to 9, 108-99. Here comes Toronto front court in the red from left to right. Bulls go to the zone. Raptors get it to Jacoby Walter. Up to Shed, up top. Drives into the lane. Shot fake, kick out. Grady 3. Good!
That's big luck.
Down the bottom of the well. Jamal Shed has turned this game around for Toronto.
Jamal Shed's energy and what happens there. Raptors overload the left side of the floor. And Chicago scrambling, trying to figure out the matchups. You get that drive by Shed to kick out for 3.
DeSumo to Williams. His 3 up top, no good. Rebound Shed. 108-102, top of the stretch. Toronto down 6. Barrett 3 in the air, no good. Rebound Lonzo Ball. RJ went for the kill shot, didn't get it. And now they've got him fouling Vucevic, with Vuce having his back to the basket around the 3-point line. And he'll get 2 free throws at his team foul number 5.
Josie, you mentioned the foul by RJ there, and I look over at the box score, and this is a quiet game for him. Quietly a good game. 28 points to 9 rebounds. You know, flirting with that double-double.
Vucevic, free throw good. Like I said, you ever take Greek mythology in high school? Not that I wanted to, but we learned about the dude Sisyphus, the character pushing the rock up the hill, and every time it went up the hill, it rolled back down on him.
You know, I didn't take it. As soon as you said Greek mythology, I was looking the other way.
That's what I used to do when they asked me the questions and I did have the homework done. Look the other way. 110-102. Raptors have the rock slip back down again. Down 8. Shed into the lane. Floats it up to Mobo. It's tipped. And Chicago gets the turnover. Big stop here for Toronto not to go down double figures. 5:17 to go. Inside the top of the stretch. Down low. Vucevic lays it up and in.
Vucevic just got really deep there. There was a 3-way switch. RJ getting Shed back out to the perimeter, so he wasn't matched up, but Vucevic did a good job of getting RJ under the basket for that too.
Just the size. Grady up top to RJ. Raptors had it to 6. Barrett up top. Drives, gets into the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. It'll be Toronto ball off DeSumo. He was there with Patrick Williams and Abaji.
In the mix, Abaji, that effort played, that second effort, getting that tip off DeSumo, so Raptors retain the basketball here.
Shed will inbound. Baseline right near side in front of the beside the Raptor bench. They get it to Grady. Corner three, no, they say Grady stepped out of bounds coming to the ball. Another careless turnover, number 16 for Toronto. Wow. 4:40 to go. 112-102, Toronto down 10. Chant of let's go Raptors, but they go inside to Vucevic. He misses. Toronto with not much size there. They're going inside to Vuce. Grady into the corner. Abaji drives and goes to dip it on Vucevic, who pushed him while he was midair, and Ochai will get 2 free throws.
A good read by Abaji, right? Vuce is getting out to that baseline corner, and Abaji knows, right? Teams are trying to run him off of the three-point line now. He's at that right corner and just attacks the paint, attacks Vuce closing out. Vuce is not going to be able to close out and recover in just a strong attack.
Left groin strain for Jakob Poeltl. We already told you he won't return. That is why. Abaji misses the free throw. Raptors 18 of 26 from the line tonight. Not good, but not out of the ordinary, as Toronto is 28th in free throw percentage in the NBA. Second one good. 112-103, down 9. Lonzo Ball front court, 4:10 to go. Chicago in the black, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. They kick it to Dosunmu, far side to Kobe White. 3 in the air, no good. Long rebound, Patrick Williams. Front court, gets it to Dosunmu. His 3 in the air, no good. Rebound knocked away. It'll be Toronto ball. Darko twirling his right index finger over his head, calling the play out for his Raptors. Mobo, far elbow, left side, drives on Vucevic, blocked. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Toronto. 112-103. 9-point lead. Patrick Williams tying up RJ Barrett twice. RJ knocked the hand away twice. Finally, as he started his cut and he was held, the official made the call. But it starts with the hand on the hip before the ball cut by RJ. This time, no touch. Abaji in the lane, lays it up and in. Great inbounds by the Raptors. Timeout, Billy Donovan. Toronto has cut it back to 6. They got the rock going in the right direction. 3:43 to go, fourth quarter. See if they can get a stop now coming out of the timeout, Javon.
And you'd have to think, right, you know, what have the Raptors done well in the last 2-3 minutes that they've played, right? Jamal Shed has done a good job of bringing energy, right? Guys have rotated out, right? You can see there's a bit more communication. They're actually enjoying those 3 minutes of playing because they're playing harder. They're seeing some positive things happen. And it's funny because sometimes you look and you think you're looking for the X's and O's. You're looking for things that are more tactical. But just bringing that extra effort, right, gets you 2 points, gets you 4 points, gets you 6 points. And now you have a rhythm, right? You get 2-3 stops or 2-3 deflections. And then now you feel better about yourself on the defensive end. So for the Raptors right now, right, yes, RJ's had a great game offensively, but to close out this thing in the last 3 minutes, it's really going to be on the defensive end, a group effort, the 5 guys that are on the floor.
Well, let's see if Toronto can find a way to get over the hump.
And you still have Shed on the floor, Mobo, Grady, Abaji, and RJ.
So here come the Chicago Bulls. Dosunmu up top. On the bounce, gets it to Patrick Williams. to Lonzo Ball straight away. Underneath to Vucevic. Jump hook, no good. Rebound Toronto. 3:20 to go. Barrett, front court, gets a screen. Drives, gets into the lane, kicks it to Grady. Grady gets all the way to the basket, blocked by Lonzo Ball. Loose ball to Shed. Into the corner, Grady, three, good! Grady knocks it in the bottom of the well. The Raptors have cut it to 3, 112, 109.
And guess who keeps that ball alive?
Jamal Shed.
And then he finds Grady, who's shot ready in the corner.
Vucevic down low, kicks it out. Dosumu, three, no good. Rebound Grady. Outlet Shed. Off to Barrett. 2:40 to go. Down the stretch we come. 112, 109 Chicago. Barrett, front court, leans over on the bounce on Kobe White. Drives, gets to the left hand, floats it up, and in! 1 point ball game. 112, 111 Chicago.
And that's the matchup that everybody seemed to like tonight, right? That matchup with Kobe White, RJ taking advantage of it.
Patrick Williams up top, gets it to Lonzo Ball. And they're going to call a foul. Darko wants to travel, and I agree with him 100%. 100%. Those feet were moving on the catch. .2:15 to go in the ball game. First free throw is good from Lonzo Ball. You know, Javon, they're trying to crack down on the travels and the carries and the double dribbles and stuff. You got to do it when it's important, or else guys won't respect it. 114, 111. 3-point lead for Chicago. Mobo gets it to RJ. Near side. Drive into the lane. Floats it up. No good. Mobo put it in, but it was an errant shot, and RJ's going to get 2 free throws. So the Raptors fighting with everything they have right now. Trying to see if they can cut the lead. RJ, first free throw good. It's a 30-piece again for RJ Barrett at home. He's got 31. The meter is still running. He's got 32 as he knocks in the second one. Raptors down 1. Kobe White in the lane lays it in. 116, 113. Barrett, front court. Mobo. Cross court to Grady. Drives on Horton Tucker. Now to Mobo, out top to Barrett. RJ drives left, gets to the basket, puts it up, no good. Mobo tips it twice. It's knocked away. Chicago has it. Minute 25 to go. 116, 113 Chicago. Dosumu out top. Gets it to Lonzo Ball. Says, no screen, let me go to work on Grady. Gets it near side. Horton Tucker looking for Vucevic. Lonzo Ball launches a three and knocks it down.
That's the one he needed.
119, 113. Shed back for Toronto. On the drive. Into the lane, finds Grady, three, good!
That's a big answer.
Down the bottom of the well for Grady Dick. 119, 116, a minute to go.
Big time answer for Grady, 27 points for him.
Chicago with the lead in the ball. Shed cuts off Kobe White. Turnaround jumper for White, no good. Rebound Barrett. 45 seconds to go. Barrett on the drive, gets into the lane, floats it up. No good. Rebound knocked out. Chicago has it. 12 seconds is the difference. Shot clock, game clock. Darko says no foul. Let's get a stop. Lonzo Ball on the logo at center. Right hand, left hand, back and forth, knee-high dribble. Works right, far side. Gets it to Kobe White. In the lane to Vucevic, lays it up and in. Timeout, Toronto. They got the switch and the size just too much to handle down there, Javon.
Yeah, you know, 2 back-to-back plays, tough plays for the Raptors, right? The attack by RJ, he was looking for the foul, and I think they could have given him the call on his last 2 penetrations to the basket, and then obviously the switch that Vooch got on Jamal Shed. And we've seen it a number of times. Vooch is just so good and so wide, so strong as he rolls to the basket, whether it's a switch or not. His aim is not only to get under the basket, but to drive that defender as far as he can under the rim, right? Unfortunately, Jamal Shed there that got caught and give up too much in the size department. And Vooch is an easy turnover that left shoulder for the lane.
Yeah, it's funny, Javon, because they play the 4 out, and that 1 in is a load. Like, that's where you need a Pirtle, you know, somebody with the size that and the girth to be able to handle that. And it's just tough right now because Pirtle's in the locker room. Bruno really doesn't have a feel for the game, even though he's got the size. I mean, you're going with the guys that have brought you back.
Yeah, and you think about this lineup is undersized. Like, we knew that. Art Barrett, Shed, Mobo, Baji, and Dick. So there's going to be a mismatch with any of those guys as Vooch rolls to the basket.
So Toronto ball, 14.4 to go, down 121-116. Abaji will inbound far side left wing. Raptors in the red, moving left to right. Abaji holding. Trying to get it in. Gets it to Grady. Up top on Dosunmu. Shot fake. Grady, 3 in the air, no good. Long rebound, Shed. Drives it to the basket, lays it in. They pick up right away. They need the foul, and they get it. 4.1 seconds to go. They don't have a timeout. They need what is the equivalent of the 50-yard Hail Mary and a 2-point convert. Down 3, 121-118. 4.1 to go. Horton Tucker with 2 shots. First one, no good. They're going to make a sub. They're going to make a sub and put Patrick Williams in for defense. Horton Tucker on the line with a significant free throw for some. And he knocks it down. 4.1 seconds to go. Shed, 3 in the air, banks it in. It's a final. Shed's 3, cuts the deficit, but the Bulls win it by 1. 122-121 is the final. Chicago comes to Scotiabank Arena and defeats Toronto by a point. It's a final. Chicago 122, Toronto 121.
Jose, I'll say this entire game, there wasn't much flow for the Raptors, and I just want to credit Chicago for coming out and getting themselves a victory. But how about the play of Jamal Shed? Right, the last 8 minutes, 7 minutes of this game. This was great. Jamal Shed game. Yeah. And it's not, you look at his numbers right now, and did he have a big game in the numbers department? Probably not. It doesn't jump out at you. 10 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. But his play's intensity changed the whole complexion of this game, right? The other 4 guys on the floor picked up their play defensively. He got into the paint, made plays in Chicago's zone, and just elevated the play, right? So I just want to give him some credit for the way, he changed this game the last part of the fourth quarter.
Shed was great. They needed a little more from Toronto, not quite there. And for Toronto now falls to 7-20. And of the 27 games, 13 or now 14 have been decided by 6 points or less. That is crazy. The Raptors in, but not quite over. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward up next on the postgame. It is a final, a close but no cigar special for the Raptors. The Bulls come to Scotiabank Arena and leave with a 122-121 victory. For Javon Shepard and Josh Lippa courtside, our producer Owen Hall and Matt Cardadero back at Raptor Central. Jim Taddy in the postgame with Warren Ward up next. You've been listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network. Good night from the floor of Scotiabank Arena.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to...
The National...
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Bulls and the Raptors. We really appreciate you being here. And normally we would say hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell here. But tonight we want you to go hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell for our friend David Kaplan's The Recap. He's here with a special message to tell you all about his channel. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap, that would be REKAP, on YouTube, which we record right after every Chicago Bears, Cubs, White Sox, and Bulls game to give you an inside perspective on what happened day to day with each of our teams. Plus, the Recap Rush Hour every afternoon, getting you caught up on that day's happening in sports, plus live shows with Felco Football Recap Live and Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey. So follow The Recap on YouTube and click that notification bell so you never miss any of our content. Take that.
Thank you, Cap. Chicago fans, head over there and hit that like, subscribe, and check out Cap and Guff's awesome content. We'll see you back in the chat. Let's go Raptors. Come on, we the North. We got to drown out those Chicago fans. Let's go.
And the professional...
What's up, basketball fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Chicago Bulls visiting our Toronto Raptors. Thanks for hanging out with us, we the North and Chicago fans. We're doing something special tonight. Cap from The Recap is here. Take it away, Cap.
I'm David Kaplan from The Recap on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying your show with our guy, TSI Mike. And as soon as you're done with your stream there, we're going to send you right to the Recap Lunch Hour with Ryan McGuffey in Chicago. Take that.
Dude, Guff is the man. You guys make sure to hit the like button over there once we send you over after postgame. And if not, if you're just a Chicago sports fan, go over and hit that subscribe button and check out the awesome content over on David Kaplan's The Recap. Take that. We'll see you back in the chat.
Detroit Pistons take on the Miami Heat. Pistons on Sirius 138, XM 213, and Internet 880.
To that team, a spark that I think's missing. So, all in. By the way, all of you out there from Toronto Sports Insider who are watching, my guy TSI Mike, thanks for coming over. I'm a big fan of integrating two countries together, and that's what we're doing tonight and today. The Bulls and Raptors tonight, a little combination platter here for you. Two different YouTube channels coming together. My guy, TSI Mike, Toronto Sports Insider, bringing the people over here and vice versa. Make sure you take a look at us, subscribe, get your notifications, click that bell anytime we drop new content, which is a boatload of times a day. We're here for you. Phil,
Oilers take on the Florida Panthers. Oilers on Sirius XM channels 167 Internet 930, Panthers on Internet 931. 10:30 p.m., Vancouver Canucks take on the Colorado Avalanche. Canucks on Sirius XM channels 91 Internet 948, Avalanche on Internet 926. In NCAA College men's basketball, 8 p.m., Northern Colorado faces Air Force on XM 382 Internet 972. 8 p.m., TCU takes on South Alabama on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. 8 p.m., Texas Tech takes on Oral Roberts on XM 381 Internet 971. In NCAA College women's basketball, 11 a.m., Georgia takes on UNCG on XM 380 Internet 970. 8 p.m., Texas A&M faces Texas Southern on XM 380 Internet 970. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Monday, December the 16th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the EPL,